Can
And
anyone remind me what happened last session?
I have notes.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, y'all can exchange notes as much as you want right now. So we're back to being live.
Yeah, let's just chat a bit about what happened last.
Oh, dear God.
Let's fill
Are
in
you
Tor.
okay?
Brevin just
Ow. I went ninja mode at a bad time.
something falling off your desk. You went to go catch it.
Yeah.
Used your bad
I
arm,
caught
didn't you?
I caught it. It was the bad arm. I caught it.
Brevin.
I'm both God. I'm both God and my own torturer.
Oh my God. You could be an Angle or R Devil.
Yeah. I am
Brutal.
I am Angle of Pain. Frick, man.
Sounds like a really crappy, like, mid-2000s, like, 2010s gamer tag. That somebody just spelled wrong and didn't have the money to change it. Angle of Pain. People are like, that's not what that spells, right? And he just hates himself for the rest of his experience.
Honestly, I would gladly change my Steam profile name to that. Just as a flat joke. I would become the Angle of Pain.
Do it.
I just heard someone in the back would be like, "What?
But
What?"
it's probably Jesse's boyfriend, let's be real.
Crabs.
I don't think so. I don't think it was me this time.
Who was saying? Who said pss, pss,
What? I
The
might have
stream-
said something. I make noises.
The stream is possessed.
pss? Oh no.
No.
I'm moving my
Oh.
Pepsi closer to me so I don't have to reach for it.
You just need to get cup holders for your chair. You make your own cup holders.
Honestly, I need to find an office chair that has a weight capacity of like over 300.
I should also probably at some point clean up my paintings.
Yeah, Luke. Getting too thick.
Well, I'm a big dude. Like it's not easy, but like even like when I find chairs that are even close to those numbers, like they're not like
Yo.
exactly them, but they still kind of are a little rough. It's
If you want to dish out the money, you can get a secret lab.
Our
see.
DM is too dummy thick.
Well, that's the.
Slap of his ass keeps alerting the players.
Oh no, it's time to play, boys. No, we had the issue I have with Secret Labs is that the weight capacity of their chairs is literally 300. Like anything over that, you can't. But
It's like 400 or something.
nobody, and they obviously don't understand their demographic if that's the case. Like, let's be real.
I didn't they just make a wide chair.
Jeez, man. Oh.
I mean,
Wow.
did I just call all the gamers big boys? I am a big boy, and they're not catering to me as one of their potential.
Fair.
Yeah, like that. I'm not saying all gamers are dummy thick, because let's be real. Like some of us are gangly little boys.
I'm gangly.
But
I mean, like, if you see my stream, I am gangly. just look at my camera and you'll find out.
I am stick bug.
oh no! Don't bring that back. I thought that died last week.
Okay.
Getting stick bugged. Goddamn.
I'm also sometimes late, you know.
This
Look,
is true.
As long as you don't end up calling another store owner's daughter a prostitute, I think we'll be fine this week.
That is kind of the play.
Yeah.
I was
The
straight up
next time,
confused.
the next time that any woman runs up to Victor, Tor's gonna be like, no.
I'm sorry. Are you gonna cock block Victor everywhere he goes?
Yes.
You can't use it correctly.
Tor is going to do it.
Oh my God,
Don't
you're
even just block
Batman.
me.
You
No.
torture.
No. I am not. Well, oh, wait. If it's torture, then it's perfect for me. Deal with it. You just gave
Positive
me.
cock blocking.
Yes.
All right.
You gave
Alright.
me the perfect way of torturing you without torturing you. So you did this to yourself, buddy.
That okay. So, with
Let's
that,
take a sip of my drink. And I'm just shaking my
I
head.
almost did a spit take there.
so with that, we're still technically starting soon. So we haven't quite started yet. We're building up to it.
How's everybody doing? I don't think I've asked yet.
Oh, start them young. We got to have all the people.
Oh, there's a 5-year-old
I
fan.
was about to say 5, but so I'm gonna censor myself now.
Yeah, I'll start censoring myself as well.
It's
I am
probably
so
for the
sorry.
it's probably for the best.
Yeah.
Because we do need to make sure that we're keeping up with that. But yeah,
I
so
can't guarantee I won't drop an F-bomb sometimes. I'm sorry.
it's gonna happen. But yeah, just be aware. It's fine.
What are you doing? What's it
I think with that, we're just about ready to get started. Let's start recapping. Obviously, we're gonna start with Brevin, who was totally here last week.
Yeah! Tortured himself for the 2 days. He actually tortured himself for the 2 days. Because no one else was willing to do it. Because no one else wanted to go into the cell with him. So, he just took care of business himself.
Brevin, your character just scares me.
Good.
And honestly, I love it.
Uncomfortable and,
Good.
like, a very uncomfortable way.
Good. I'm glad that the character is doing what I wanted him to do.
Someone should be him for Halloween because that's one creepy
Oh.
guy.
Oh God.
If someone dresses up like Tor for Halloween and sends me a picture, you can find me on Facebook at Brevin Leis. I will love you forever.
Let's just
You will
all
be
dress
my
up
friend.
like our characters for Halloween.
You will be my friend. I'm actually doing I'm planning on doing a Halloween stream. That's enough for me. Bye.
So moving down the list, obviously. So Jessie, give me 3 things that happened to Astrid last session.
Oh, only 3, eh?
Yeah.
Okay, well, she went boar hunting with the clan and with Aldern. He took us, and sure enough, Victor and I ended up getting taken out by this boar. But Aldern came and gave me a Cure Light Wounds vial, and I ended up using my Cure Light Wounds on Victor, so we got out of that pickle. And then, oh, I can't choose. All right. The next thing that happened was we were at the Rusty Dragon. I was just like kind of observing Victor oiling up his like weird robot arm thing. And I was pretty, no, it's weird, but I was interested.
Intriguing.
But then we got barged in on by a woman, and in her arms was this little boy, and he was very hurt, and I went and saved him, and then we followed her to her house, and we found goblins in her closet. A goblin in her closet.
It's not the
With
ideal
a
place to
knife.
find. Not an ideal place to find the goblin.
No.
And he wasn't alone. There was a body in there with him, so he had already taken one out. And we eventually got him down, a couple ear-piercing screams and a couple hits from Snongle. We got him down. But it was a really messy scene, and
It doesn't-
Astrid was pretty scarred.
Yeah, it didn't seem like it was pretty great.
No.
One more thing that happened to your character last week.
At the very end of the session, we meet Shalelu, who is a goblin tracker, is what she seems to.
Yeah, she's got a very particular mistrust and dislike for all things goblinoid.
Very
Yeah.
particular set of skills.
And
Yeah.
she finds it fishy that all 5 goblin tribes have been working together. There must be one sole organizer or like unity.
Yeah, it's got to be some big boss that we have yet to discover, right?
And yeah, I guess she gave us a call to action just to keep the peace from these goblins.
Excellent. Okay, moving down the list. Snongle. 3 things that happened to you last session.
Oh God, what can I say that hasn't already been said? Snongle, was actually, I would like to say, Snongle handled herself very well with the boar ordeal. We'll call it the boar deal. Thank
Oh
you,
my gosh.
I love that.
thank you, studio audience. And So I love when a joke pops, right? Anyway, sorry. So yeah, she killed it, and that's cool. Everybody celebrated. Yay, Snongle! Ah, ah! Yeah, it was great. And then we went to the bar, and stuff happened. Let's see. Snongle eventually went to go see her family. That was cool. And then she came back, and then it popped off with Amiko's dad. And then Snongle later was like, "Hey, like, what's up with that? Like, what's
what was Amiko's dad doing there?
He was just yelling.
He was just yelling? Okay.
He was yelling like, "You dummy!" I don't know. Hold on, I have to look at my notes. He said, basically like, we need to go back home where we belong or something like that. I don't know. And let's see. Yeah, Amiko told me that her and her dad do not have a good relationship. So there's that. And the whole gnome in the closet thing happened. You know, fun. But then the sheriff was like, "Hey, so I gotta go out of town because like we need some like backup because there's a lot of gnome things going on. So do y'all want to like watch the town?" We were like, "Yes!" So thank you. That's Snongle's recap.
A deep bow from Snongle. Very cool. Victor, 3 things happened to you last week.
Victor got gutted by boar.
You did take a bit of a gore attack, didn't you? It wasn't exactly great.
You took me from full health to dead. Or not dead, but unconscious.
I did drop you in a single attack, and I felt awful for it.
Like, absolutely gutted. 18 AC? What's that? He also threw Amiko's dad out of the fucking bar.
Yeah, you gave him the bum heave ho to one of the nobility of the town. You're batting 1,000.
He said some hurtful words to Amiko, and I did not appreciate that.
That is fair. He did say some hurtful words. Can you tell me what those words were?
Fuck out of here, old man. You are not my daughter, something like that.
You guys are all, like, pretty close?
She was, like, disowned or something. Like, you are not my daughter anymore. You're not family. Something really hurtful.
You're
like
dead to me like your dead mother.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Something about the mom.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
He literally threw your mom reference directly in her face, and it was really uncool. One last thing that I wanted to cover, because it was my favorite part of last session, subjectively, obviously, but my favorite part of like this like chapter of this book is the fact that they literally use the term "brained" when describing what Amiko does with the soup ladle. It says Amiko brains Longiku with a soupy ladle and gets him covered in soup. And I thought that was awesome.
Brains him.
It's
But
pretty good.
To brain somebody, like 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Means a totally different thing if you're a college student. Just inappropriate enough. So we will get started. So last week we left... We'll start with Tor, because Tor has been basically building some kind of messed up rapport with the jailer. Now, Tor, effectively, you woke up this morning and you went about your routine. You woke yourself up at 5 o'clock because that was the earliest time that you thought would be beneficial to the actual the torment itself. You want something effective, right?
Yeah.
So you're going through, and after about 2.5 hours of just putting yourself through the ringer, the jailer arrives for his shift at work, looks at you and just sighs, and
I smile and wave.
You smile and wave, but like through like gritted teeth, as like your own thumb screws are attached to your thumbs, and you kind of like wave with one hand.
Yep.
He doesn't even want to know how you got them on yourself, but he's not inclined to find out. He is just like not having it, dude. So what's gonna happen is he comes over. This man named Vachedi. I think that's how you pronounce it. Vachedi, Vachedi. And he comes up, he pulls out the keys and opens the doors, and he says, You weren't even actually arrested. You were being detained. It's different. You don't need to torture yourself.
I was bored. What else was I supposed to do? I
He
smile.
He looks perplexed.
I stand up. I'm like, okay, can you twist that spot, and then it'll get me out of these, and then I'll be on my way.
He'll undo the thumb screws.
I'll take the thumb screws. I'll grab my stuff.
You collect the spiked chain where it was put in a trunk at the foot of the prison cells. And you make your way out, and you smell the first... It's basically the first rays of light. It's about 6 o'clock in the morning now, maybe. 6 or 7. The town is starting to pick up now, and everyone's kind of getting ready for their shifts. Whether they're doing their job, or they're going around, or gossiping, whatever they want to do today, they've got to do it. There is one difference. Your party is waiting for you outside the Rusty Dragon. As opposed to being actually in the Rusty Dragon eating breakfast, they're already awake and they're outside. Guys, it's Tor. He's as scary as you remember.
Hi.
Snongle's gonna skip up and be like, "How was prison?"
It's nothing new, I guess.
I love that answer. Thank you so much. And Snongle's gonna skip back, like backwards, where she came from.
Like almost moonwalking back to the rest of the party.
Yeah. She's
Right.
like, "Cool."
All right.
You.
How was the boar? How was the boar?
The boar hunt. Oh,
Yeah.
marvelous.
Yeah.
I thought it was rather boring.
Victor's just gonna rub his stomach.
So the mental torment begins. Cool.
Great. Tor, let's go.
All right. So what are we up to?
Well, Tor, we've been left in charge of the city.
Not in charge of the city.
In charge of its protection.
Thank you.
Tor's head tilts to the side, looks at Victor. Why are they trusting us?
Well, it's a long story, and even I can't explain it, to be honest.
This is the equivalent of Tor looking to the camera with perplexion, but he just looks off to the side, nods, looks back. I think they're more messed up than I am. All right, so do we just walk around the town looking... I don't know.
Tough.
Macho.
Yeah, macho.
I thought you said nachos and I got a little excited for food.
You can have nachos too.
We can have those later. So are we doing this in shifts?
Where nachos were invented.
Are we doing this in shifts? On this together for like the entirety of the day? We're not leaving Victor alone. I'm gonna say that now.
Huh. We can go in
Sorry?
pairs.
We're not leaving Victor alone. That's what I said. Oh, you meant sorry. You know what I meant. Okay. All right.
Why are you gonna bully him? Why are you gonna bully him so much?
Because he's easy to bully. Okay. Let's get moving. Actually, we still need to discuss. What are we doing?
If I can suggest anything, it's go door to door and ask that the house owner check their closets.
Okay.
Because not tell them why in particular, but just say that you believe that there is a goblinoid hiding out someplace. A single goblinoid.
We just go up to their doors like, "Hey, can we look in
Okay,
your closet?"
wait. Why are people checking their closets?
Richard, give me a knowledge local check.
A knowledge local check.
Actually, anybody can give me a knowledge local, with exception to Tor. If you have
Oh,
Five.
I didn't even open the rice roller. Thank you. That's it. I'm
the dice
gone.
roller?
That's it for me. Yeah.
The doll rice.
I got a 10.
A 10 is good enough. Snongle, what did you get?
Sorry, I was
What?
distracted. I am. Hold on. You said knowledge local?
Yes, please.
Okay, yeah, sorry. Let me look at that.
Oh.
That.
Okay, Dallas dice
Unfortunate.
roller.
sorry. I just wanted to roll it as soon as I opened it. Yeah, it's a 7, so that's not great. Sorry.
7's not great. So, Victor, you would already know that the entire town of Sandpoint already knows that what happened to the Barrett family. They are all very much aware. This town is rife with gossip.
Yeah.
It's a very commonly known fact that people gossip here a lot. So
Sorry, my mic's making noise. I'm trying to fix it.
it's fighting back today, isn't it?
If I just smack it, it fixes it.
Amazing. So, you guys have your party back together. You know that the town already knows about this whole thing. So
No point in hiding it.
There isn't really a point in hiding that, but also making basically what Sheriff Hemlock instilled on you guys as the local heroes and Victor.
What?
Excellent. It's
No.
Bully Victor
Go
Day.
on.
No, it's never Bully Victor Day. But
always is.
basically, he wants the local heroes to be present so that the people don't notice that the guards aren't here. And if something does happen, that you guys will step in and do what the guards would normally do, which is defend the town.
Okay.
Are there any guards left, or did they all go?
He took a very sizable amount of the guards. There are still some here. There's enough to man the garrison, make sure that the jail that you were staying in still works. And there's also the jailer himself, who's kind of in charge of making sure people are released and incarcerated as needed.
Yeah.
So it's not the worst. You guys aren't. It's not that you guys were left with nothing, and it's just okay, guys, see ya. It was very much they left, and they just wanted to make sure that if there was another attack, that if this was a ploy to get any more goblins in to fight, that you guys are basically here as a sort of ace in the hole, because where Sheriff Hemlock is going, and this is what you will learn, Tor, through talking to the party, is that Sheriff Hemlock is going to Magnamar to get reinforcements.
Yeah, that's a ways away.
Okay.
Well.
Yeah, that could take a while.
Magnamar's a couple of days away, so he has to go, convince them to give him more soldiers, and then come back.
Then come back.
Yeah.
And
So
convincing them might take days as well.
it depends
Sorry.
on how nice they're feeling.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I have an idea then. Let's see here. Oops, I used the wrong character sheet.
Can I
Let's
make a
see.
suggestion?
Yeah, what's up, Rose?
Should we rally the men and get to know the guards? Figure out shifts of some kind?
I think they'll probably know roughly
I
what
want
shifts
to
they're
rally
doing.
the men. I want to rally them. I want to have a guard party.
Why are you bringing up?
I mean, what I would suggest is probably going to where they are stationed instead of bringing them all to one place, because that leaves their places unmanned. So
We'll walk
Tor-
around
Tor-
and be like,
Tor will literally say, if Snongle brings that up, does Snongle bring that up first off?
yeah, we'll see.
Okay.
She does.
So Tor would mention that, and then he'll go off with, I think it would be best if you traveled around doing that today, and then us three can probably figure out what we're doing. I'll probably, I don't know. I feel like me just walking around the town will probably let anyone know that there's definitely still protection.
Victor knows what he's gonna do. He's gonna look around and do a perception check.
Okay. Give me a perception check, Richard.
You're not allowed back at the general store. We're not doing that again.
9. I got a 9, Luke.
How do you feel about that 9?
I don't know. I'm looking around. What do I see?
You don't really see a whole lot. It's an average day.
All right. looks fine here. And Victor's gonna walk to the bar.
Which one?
Wait,
It's pretty
Victor.
boring. Can we start a bar fight?
The Red Dragon Inn.
Rusty Dragon?
Rusty Dragon.
When Victor
I
starts
mean,
walking
Rust is
back in,
basically red.
when Victor starts walking back in, are you going to go drink?
Victor looks back.
And Tor is looking at you with the most like almost disgusting stare, where one eye is twitching and the other one's just like dead center on you.
I'll
I'm
stay
sorry.
with him. I'll stay with him here and make sure nothing goes down.
I'll be his babysitter.
I'll stay sober.
A little liquid confidence isn't gonna hurt anybody.
Except maybe the people that get in your way.
Except that. I mean, do you see any problems? Like, I've never been a guard before.
Here's the thing.
This is one small part of the city.
If I hear screaming, I will get up and I will go deal with it.
While drunk?
Fight better drunk.
It's literally 6 a.m. It's like I've only been out for like barely. I've only been up for like a little bit of time. It's super early.
And to
you
a
drink
worship
based on what time it is.
to a worshiper of Caden, what is a time limit on drinking?
Can you do me one favor? One favor before you drink.
Anything for you, Tor.
Walk around, like, just. Is there a marketplace in here?
You actually just missed the market, Brevin. Tor was in jail, but there was the regular weekly market that took place.
Cool. Can you go to where the area of the, like, wherever the marketplace is? Just walk around there for, like, I don't know, 10, 20 minutes, and then you can go drink a little.
Luke, is there a bar over by the market? Does Victor know that?
Absolutely, the hagfish is right there.
All right, perfect. He's gonna he's gonna remember the hagfish and that challenge, and he's gonna think, yeah, I'll go over there. I'll do that. He wants to try the challenge again.
Oh,
Oh
God.
no, he's gonna get shit-faced.
The best part is that no one's gonna actually no one's gonna
one's
know
gonna
that he's
know.
going to do that. They're just going to. Oh
Yeah.
man, that's brutal. Okay.
I'm going to check the market, and then I'll.
Okay. So
Okay. So Tor's gonna walk around the entirety of the city, pretty
Tor.
much the entire day.
Again, I keep making the mistake, but the city of Sandpoint, like the town of Sandpoint, is a town. I keep calling
Right,
it a city,
town.
but that's just because
Town.
my hometown is like a town that became a city, so it's weird. So Tor is going to do patrols. What is Snongle doing?
Oh,
Snongle is gonna go meet up with the guards and like give her a little hello and be like, "Oh, stand down, man." You know, like she wants to like assert dominance over the guards, basically.
You can give me a diplomacy roll.
Oh,
Oh,
yes, I
goodness.
certainly can. Let's go. All right.
Let's go,
Let's see what's
gamers.
my diplomacy. That's a +10. All right. Oh yeah, 27.
27.
Yeah.
So you walk up to the guards. You're not really asserting dominance, but you definitely shoot the shit with the guys for a little while. You can actually give me it'll be a D4 roll.
Yes. I go back here, and that's the one on the very left, right?
That's correct.
All right, can do.
Excellent. So you're gonna get 4 gold pieces. And that's
shit!
and that's from basically hanging out with the guards. You're gambling, you're doing your thing, and you're not swindling them, but you do win some money fair and square. You do a very good job. So they invite you to come play cards because they're like, oh, who the fuck is this? So they definitely they bring you back to play some cards. You hang out at the barracks for a while. You get acquainted with the jailer. He recognizes you as one of Tor's friends. You guys shoot the shit about how weird he is, and then it kind of goes from there. You'll spend pretty much the entirety of this day like hanging out with the guards and just doing stuff.
Cool.
You'll join them on some patrols as well, so it's not like you're not doing anything, but your character basically is wrapped up for the day. You're doing some cool stuff with the guards, and you made some money.
Cool.
Astrid, what are you up to?
I might spend the day just like wandering around and introducing myself, getting to know some of the locals.
Some of the locals, eh?
Yeah.
Okay.
kind of want to get more information into like who, if anyone has information on who may be organized this goblin city.
You can give me a. You don't have knowledge local, do you?
No.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do is name somebody who you've already met in the town that you want to go and try and talk to.
Go talk to maybe the Rusty Dragon bar owner. What's her name?
What is her name?
There's so many names.
I know. Amiko.
Amiko or Amikio?
Amiko.
Amiko. Okay.
Amiko Kaijitsu.
So Kaiji. Okay.
So you come back into the Rusty Dragon while everybody else kind of goes off to do quote-unquote patrols. Whether that means grabbing Chinese food or whatever. But it's... So you come into the Rusty Dragon and Amiko's kind of running breakfast. She's getting it going. There's Bethana Corwin, who's one of her... she's an older halfling lady. She's got bright pink hair. It's not so much bright pink, but it's more... because she's a halfling, but she's got a... It's like an auburn hair color almost. It's kind of darker, but she's a very very good worker, if a little bit quiet. So everybody's bustling around and doing their own thing, and Amiko is right there if you want to go and ask her some questions.
Yeah, let's do it.
So she's got a couple of tankards in her hands because some people also worship Caden in Sandpoint, and she's putting them down in front of people to enjoy with their breakfast. There's a particularly hardy-looking dwarf that says, of course, the best in all of Aresia, the Rusty Dragon. And he digs in on his meal. And Miko looks up at you and says, Astrid, how can I help you?
Is now a good time if I just, like, want to chat with you?
She kind of bustles over to another table, puts another plate down in another tankard, and says, I mean, I'm kind of in the middle of something. What do you need?
I just want to know, like, how much you know about these goblins that have been infesting town. Are they new to you? Have you seen them before? Like, how much do you know?
She takes a second and she thinks about it and she says, I don't really know much. She puts another plate down and you're kind of like tailing her through the Rusty Dragon as she makes her weave through her like sections. And she's placing down tankards and plates and she says, I don't really know a whole lot, but there might be somebody who might be able to offer you more information. Just got to remember who that character is.
Seeing as you pretty much serve the whole town here, I'm sure people have a couple drinks and spill their secrets.
Well, that normally would be the case, but I think that somebody else who might be able to help you better might be Sable. You can check her out at the House of Blue Stones. She'll give you directions, like, from where the Rusty Dragon is. She'll kind of, like, close her eyes for a second and kind of, like, spit off, like, a lefts and rights. And she'll say, you can go and talk to her. Maybe she'll be able to help you out.
Perfect. And what was that place called again?
The House of Blue Stones. She puts down another plate and she says, we good?
Is this somewhere I should go alone?
I would trust Sable, yeah.
Okay. Thank you. That's it. Have a good one.
See you tonight. And she goes off about her work. The House of Blue Stones.
The House of Blue Stone.
The House of Blue Stones.
And
the
it's
House of Blue Stones.
It's in town?
It is in town. It's absolutely in town. It's one of the places in Sandpoint. There's like 5 bars in Sandpoint, dude. There's a lot of them.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, people know what they need here.
So you come up to a house, and all along the front garden way, there's actually like rocks that have been painted blue, almost meticulously. They're all a very similar shade of blue, but they do kind of almost sparkle in the sunlight as you walk up the walk, basically. You come up and you knock on the door, and the pathway which has reed mats and things that you're not very familiar with. It's a very strange sensation on the bottom of your feet, but the actual mats themselves are made out of what looks like reeds and bamboo. This structure looks like it's fairly old, and when you knock on the door, a young woman answers. She says, "Hello."
Hi, I'm looking for Sable.
That would be me. How can I help you?
Well, Amiko sent me to you. She said you might know a little something about goblins.
Give me a diplomacy check from hell.
Diplomacy check from hell, okay. 14.
14, it's not good enough, but she will say... she'll say, "What makes you think that I know about goblins?" Her hair's pulled back into a very severe ponytail. It's very short as well.
I mean, I was just asking Amiko about them, and she didn't really know, but she said that you might have a little more information than she did.
Amiko. Well, this is a monastery. This isn't a place to learn about goblins. Unless that ranger's been through here, in which case she could tell you more than I could ever know.
Okay. So
She's still hovering in the doorway.
So I can't learn about goblins here.
I never said that.
Sorry, I'm trying to write this down and think at the same time.
No problem.
Okay. Well, why would she send me here then?
Your guess is as good as mine. Did you catch her in the middle of the breakfast rush?
Sure did.
So maybe she sent you to the first person that she thought could get you off her plate.
Possible.
She'll blink at you and make kind of like a... I'm sorry to tell you that I don't have the answers you want, but you kind of got played. You'll notice looking past her a little bit that there is a very nice, clean floor in the area itself. It's a single room chamber. The place has polished blue stones all over it. There's winding paths, reed mats, and all over in this building. You'll notice that there is a symbol up on the wall of a pale blue fist, and you'll notice a similar symbol around Sable's neck.
Does that have something to do with the god?
It's like it. You would assume so, yeah. You don't actually have knowledge religion, I don't think.
No,
No, you do not. But maybe this is a sign. Who knows?
Do I recognize it? Can I do like a perception check?
Give me a wisdom roll.
Okay. Is that still a D20?
It's gonna be D20, and then just add straight up what your wisdom is.
27.
Your wisdom bonus. Sorry, not your total wisdom. So it'd be 14.
14.
I was like 27. Holy shit. Yeah, so 14. You'll recognize this as the symbol of Irori. He's the god of healing and self-perfection. She's looking at you and says, "Is there anything else I can do for you?"
I also just want to say that I like your neck.
Thank you. It was my father's.
Okay, well, I hope to see you soon.
Irori go with you. And she'll nod and then close the door.
Okay. Guess I'll just do some patrolling with Not.
That's the play. So you guys do find yourselves going through doing your rounds and things. You don't really notice anything too bad. Victor, we're going to come to you right now, and we're going to do the hagfish. We're going to see what's up there.
Ooh, exciting.
So, it is now, we'll say it's 7 o'clock when you guys meet up. Just to make sure that Tor has appropriate time to hurt himself in the morning.
7 a.m. we're meeting up?
7 a.m., that's when you guys met together in the morning, outside the Rusty Dragon. So, Victor, it is now 7:10, and your boot, you try and go to the hagfish and find that it's not open yet.
Well,
The hagfish.
shame on them. They could have had a customer.
The hagfish is not an inn, so that's kind of the trade-off. That being said, you do have access to a couple of other places that you can go and hang out. You can either go back to the Rusty Dragon and drink. You can do your patrols like you said you were going to. You can go to find another place to drink. Like, there's all sorts of places in Sandpoint.
I don't want to disappoint Tor. Victor's gonna do his rounds first.
With a deep exhale. Okay, let's go.
Yeah.
So you go around and you do some exploring, and then it gets to about noon. You see Snongle kind of walking around with some of the guards, and she's laughing along. She's riding on one of their shoulders, and they're all just kind of like laughing and making their way through the town, doing some patrols.
Victor waves. Do they notice? Do they wave back?
Snongle waves back.
You get some double finger guns from one of the soldiers. Well, because they've seen what you can do. They watched you in the log toss. Like, they know that you're fucking awesome. They understand. So
now imagine that log, but you.
Oh no.
Yeet.
It's the king of yeet. So you are going through, you're doing your thing, and suddenly it gets to be noon. You guys go for lunch, you're doing your stuff, and the town seems pretty uneventful. You come back at around 4 in the afternoon, Richard, after doing some rounds and just making sure there's nothing like hiding in trash cans. You find Nox at one point in one of the trash cans, but
you silly rascal.
Goon. And you come back and you find yourself outside of, I almost called it the Fat Man's Feed Bag, outside of Jargy Quinn's Hagfish.
The hagfish. Give me your finest brew.
The boot comes into the door, and the door actually opens this time. And everyone looks at you. And Jargy's like, dude, again?
Oh, you bet. I'm not leaving today. Not until I beat that challenge.
He opens his eyes a little bit wider and is just like, okay, sure. He scrapes the bottom and he puts it in front of you, and he's just like, please don't. It's a last-ditch effort. Please don't.
I'm not a don't kind of guy.
And roll fortitude save as you try to drink it.
Fuck.
Oh, you just don't have luck with this thing, man, do you?
4, 5, 6. That's a 6 in total.
This man's clean floor is about to get messed up.
Oh God.
I don't have words.
I am persistent.
So Jargy, after putting the tankard down, reaches underneath the counter and immediately puts up a bucket. He says, if any of it goes anywhere but in that bucket, we're going to have a falling out.
I take the bucket, fully expecting something bad to happen.
You take your first sip, and immediately your breakfast and lunch end up in the bucket. With the small mouthful you manage to actually get past your lips. It's horrendous. It's awful. It's thick. It's viscous. And it has a bad texture. It's just gross. It's a bad thing.
It's like getting sand in your milkshake.
I drink your milkshake.
Just sand.
Nah, dude.
My straw reaches across the room and into your milkshake. So that's not good.
That's not great. You're puking your guts out and you feel nauseous for the rest of the day. For the rest of the day, you will be sickened. So you're basically going to have a -2 to about everything you try and do. But
Do you think I could still drink alcohol?
absolutely.
I'm gonna go do that at the Rusty Dragon now.
You're effectively this game's equivalent to a Russian, except you're not actually from Russia. You just drink a lot.
Oh my gosh. Man, I will laugh if Tor finds out, does it first try.
Oh god, that'll be amazing. So you guys all reconvene at the Rusty Dragon for dinner. Victor, obviously feeling a little bit put off. You're going to have a very light dinner tonight. That's going to avoid any kind of fish. But
all right,
you guys managed to have a fairly peaceful night, and Sheriff Hemlock's first night gone is very peaceful. You guys it felt like you guys didn't have to do anything at all. It was great.
Victor's gonna chime up. I feel like I didn't do anything. Like, I feel like I wasn't really needed.
Yeah, you're not getting out of tomorrow's watch.
Ah, shucks.
Amiko comes up just at that point and starts like serving you guys up your dinner, and she says, "Sandpoint's a quiet town. It's not always going to be fighting goblins and dealing with undead."
Do you guys have like a quest board or something, like
a bounty board?
a list of things the town needs dealt with? I don't know.
I mean, if you want, Victor, tomorrow you could go help with any repairs that are...
repairs.
Amiko kind of like... Amiko fold her arms and lean back, and she says, "You want to help the town with their chore list?"
Maybe you can try and patch it up with the general store.
Oh no!
I'm
no,
kidding. If you go back there, you're probably gonna get killed.
Amiko will kind of like lean down and be like, "Seriously though, don't go back there."
What if I bring him flowers?
I don't think that'll help. I think that would make it worse.
She says, Amiko,
I don't know.
Amiko will chip in and say, like, flowers might not be the right touch, but if you can find the right gift, it might make it a lot easier and a lot better.
Do you know the general store owner?
Ven Vinder? My whole life.
Yeah. What's he like? Like, what is he like?
He likes fighting, and he likes running his general store.
Maybe you offer to let him beat the crap out of you.
Yeah, just let him get like a good few punches in, and then you're good.
To willingly get beat up so that we can use the general store.
Not the worst idea I've ever heard.
You know what might make this a lot better?
A drink?
Victor's gonna ask Amiko for several drinks, her strongest, if she's got any. He's gonna get wasted and go back to the general store and let him beat him up.
Okay.
This could go terribly wrong. Astrid, could you go with him? I'm gonna do one last set of rounds tonight.
You think I would miss this? Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I can Snongle go too, just to.
I kind of want to see it. Oh.
We'll all supervise so that way he doesn't get killed or say anything that will get himself killed.
He's expecting to go on his own. He just goes into the general store and you guys are all like peeking through the window.
I gather up the bar to bring them with us? No.
Hey, Amiko, you got any popcorn?
Fight, 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 fight.
Tor, as much as he wants to see the pain that will ensue, he's going to be a responsible boy and he'll do a last round around the city.
So Tor is doing his last rounds. Amiko is working at the Rusty Dragon. You guys are gonna be.
Oh boy.
Oh.
I'm glad I suggested this.
So we've got Team Peanut Gallery over on the right here.
Oh, excellent.
And we got team about to get my ass kicked on the left.
And then team about to kick ass on the furthest left.
Apparently, dude. Good grief. Okay, I'm just getting some things up here. I have statistics that I need. Because this could go a couple of ways, and I want to be prepared. So
Nox is gonna sit on my head for best views too.
Oh, of course. Why wouldn't he? Yeah. So, you guys. The three of you come up to the general store. It is now about 6 o'clock in the evening, and the general store's almost closed. Like it closes in maybe like 15, 20 minutes. You come up and Victor makes his way into the general store. Do you guys go into the store with him?
Is there a way to see it from outside, like through a window or something?
Not well enough to know, but you guys might be able to help him get the fight if you guys assist him.
All right, let's go in then. I mean, I'll go in.
Because Astrid and Snongle at diplomacy versus Victor at diplomacy are a completely different set of beasts.
Yeah.
And we want to use the store, so.
Yeah, that's true.
You do want to use the general store.
Yeah.
So
There's stuff in the general store.
So
I'm sure it would be helpful.
Victor, I'm gonna say you have enough tech not to boot the door. So you open the door.
I'm gonna open the door. Hey, Van Vinder, and I'm gonna do like finger guns.
This is a bad start already. I'm gonna say that.
Astrid, you remember a guy from your tribe? He used to go red just like that, right before he killed somebody. Huh.
Wow, what a coinky dink.
Look, Van Vinder, before you get upset, I just want to apologize about the other night. He just clasps his hands together. Why is he getting so close?
So his
No!
Little kiss before he punches you.
Don't.
Little
Whis-
Stop in his eyes.
you
Just
listen.
whispers in my ear.
You listen here, you little shit.
All right.
So that all being said, you guys. So Van Vinder, he seems to almost lose a shade of purple. He's still red in the face, like he looks like a beetroot, but it goes from purple, like red, of like I'm about to like blow a blood vessel, down to just a red, and he says, "You have 10 seconds."
10 seconds. That's not a lot of time.
9.
I just want to apologize. Your daughter brought me here to deal with a rat problem. She told me that you had rats in the basement, right?
He skips the number 6 and moves down to 5.
And then when we got down there, she came on to me. I swear. Like,
Oh no.
that's not a good thing to say.
Why?
Snongle and Astrid, anything you want to do before?
But I had no intentions. I had no ill intentions. I'm just a bit dumb.
Can I chime in and say, please don't kill him, please just punch him?
Yeah, that's what Snongle was
Yeah,
also
yeah.
gonna say. Please don't do any permanent damage.
I even came here willing to take a beating. So,
He looks at you. This is where you guys can give me the diplomacy roll.
Yes.
Now, this.
You just killed the man.
Now, Victor, what's your diplomacy, Victor?
let's take a look.
It's gonna be like a
So,
-2 or something.
No, I got a +1. I got a +1.
Oh, okay.
He's pretty charismatic.
I'm mildly charismatic.
Snoggle, what's your diplomacy at?
+10.
Oh, +10. And Astrid, what's your diplomacy?
+5.
Uh-huh. So, Astrid and Snongle can give me diplomacy rolls to aid Victor.
You are so lucky.
Oh, wow.
You are
Not really
so
lucky today.
So,
Well,
Richard,
we haven't seen his roll yet.
you effectively have a +5 to this diplomacy roll.
Okay.
And that's including your overall bonus. You'll have a +5 to this dice roll. Make
So
it count.
I get a +5 from. Sorry, I'm getting +4 from them.
+4
and +1
from
my
the aid,
diplomacy.
+1 from your diplomacy.
Roll high.
Oh.
That's an
Maybe.
18.
He might
18?
not die.
Okay, so Van Vinder goes from red down to about pink. His face, like he's got a swarthy face, so when he goes red, he goes real red. So he says to you, "We do this, and you never talk to my daughter again."
Can I make one request? Just for my friends, of course.
He cocks an eyebrow.
Can they use your general store? Can you lift the ban on them?
So what are you saying was that, like, he beats you up, like he's gonna beat the crap out of you, and he's gonna basically clean up what's left of you, and he's going to let you guys use the store, you included, as long as you don't ever talk to his daughter again.
Deal. I go to shake his hand.
Okay, he almost crushes your hand. Like, you obviously shake with your primary hand, so it's your flesh and blood. He almost crushes your hand, and that's coming from someone who's a brawler who uses their hands to fight. This guy's got huge hands.
Can we just play shot for shot, shoulders? I just give him my metal shoulder.
He cocks an eyebrow. You want me to break it, boy?
Not in particular, no.
All right.
It's kind of hard to make these.
Meet me out back. He gets up and he takes off an apron.
Oh boy.
All right.
He looks at the three of you not moving. He says, "Got to move on then."
Snongle skips to the back excitedly.
Van Vender will go over and he'll lock the general store, and he'll meet you guys in the back. This is in the back alleyway of the general store, not necessarily like in the back of the store. He's locked up. The store is closed. Richard, how many hit points do you have?
20 right now?
Not yet. We haven't leveled up yet.
12.
12 hit points? Okay, what's his average damage? I just want to see how quickly this is going to be.
Can I ask that he make it specifically non-lethal?
He's going to do that anyways. He's not going to try and kill you. He wants to beat the crap out of you. He doesn't want you dead. And the fact that you guys are effectively appointed the sheriff, it would be effectively assaulting an officer. Like, that's effectively how he sees it.
That's a big no-no.
It's not ideal. It's not great. So, Richard, how much damage can he do?
His average is going to be 12.
Honestly, if he one punches you, I'll laugh my ass off.
I would love it. Zonkathon would be pleased. Tor would be sad because he missed it. But I mean, like, yeah.
Because I'm letting him hit me, do I get my touch AC?
So you're not going to get AC at all. You're just going to let him wail on you. Like it's the equivalent. Like, he doesn't even have to try and hit you, because it's the equivalent of basically having you by the front of the jerkin and him wailing on your face until you fall unconscious.
My nose is already damaged.
Okay.
Please.
If anyone can like draw this, just fan art of Victor being held by the collar by this man and being beaten the crap out of, I would love it.
Please, not the face. It's all I have.
Just a distant cry from Tor. Kick him in the dick!
Okay.
Zonkathon!
So as you guys get out back, and Victor, you're trying to prepare yourself for this. You're also very unsteady on your feet. Your breath reeks of like brandy and other spiced drinks. You can barely keep your one eye open because you're very intoxicated. And Van Vender will come over to you, and he will hit you once in the stomach, doubling you over, and then he will knee you in the face as your head comes down, and you'll be laid out on the floor.
Yes! Oh! Yes!
Fuck.
It is the fastest you have ever been knocked unconscious in your life. And that's saying something.
Oh.
As a professional brawler, you got quite the punch.
And you can definitely tell him that when you regain consciousness.
Conscious again. Oh.
So,
right.
Astrid and Snongle, you see Victor's there, asleep. He is out. And Van Vender just kind of shakes out the one hand.
Snongle's gonna be like, "You are so cool."
Just pick up your garbage before you leave. And he walks back into the general store.
Oh my god, he is so cool!
I love this man! Oh!
He's the best.
Oh, this Amish beard.
It gives him power.
Snongle and Astrid, y'all can give me some rolls. It's going to be your perception.
Okay.
There's gonna be a goblin in the alleyway. Shank time.
11 total.
10.
10? Okay, you guys don't see anything.
Oh, fuck.
Oh no.
No, that's okay. That's totally fine. So, you guys managed to get Victor back to the Rusty Dragon the following day. Amico is kind of like musing to some people at the bar as you guys bring him in. He's completely out cold. His nose is bleeding all over his beard, and his lips are basically like painted red. You've got him over. Effectively, Astrid has him over one shoulder, and then Nox and Snongle are kind of on each other's shoulders, trying to like pick up his other arm.
Yes.
But you're barely helping. It's just kind of like Kelid tribeswoman brute strength getting Victor from A to B. So you guys come in, and Amico is kind of musing to some of the regulars, saying like, yeah, like a notice board or something. How crazy would that be if we had a notice board for all the jobs we need doing? And they all just kind of laugh. You guys make it upstairs, and Victor is put to bed. If you guys want, we're going to go to Tor's watch. Tor, give me a perception roll.
Okay. Let's see, my perception. Dope. I'm gonna roll low. I feel it. Oh, 19.
19? Okay,
Yeah.
So one thing that you'll see, and this is kind of one of those weird things. You're to the south of the city. It's by where the Sandpoint
Town.
Bridge is. Thank you.
You're welcome.
You're at the south of the town. I will always call it a town, and even if I say city, you know what I mean. So
Yeah.
you make your way past Junk Beach and Junker's Way, and you come down through Main Street. You make your way down Water Street, and you're doing your thing, come to the town center, town square. You're making your way through, and as you're coming up Water Street, which is to the one of the most southern points of the town, aside from where the manors were built for the nobility, you notice that there's a man who it's really dark, so you can't really see. Humanoid. It's beautiful, like humans. So he takes something, wraps it up in canvas, or it's something that's bundled up in canvas, and then he comes over to the water and places it in the water, and it sinks. And then he leaves.
Okay. How is it clear enough water that I can see it? Like,
The Sandpoint Harbor is not dirty by any standard. There are some hagfish that live in there, but it's clean enough that you could definitely go take a look at what it is. You might have to pull it
Cool.
out though, because it's fairly deep.
yeah. I will actually go down and in.
Like into the water?
Can I pull it out just by reaching in?
Well, the guy kind of dropped it, so you would have to get into the water, but you're not going to need like a swim roll or anything like that. So you can get into the water to go check it out.
I'll go down. I'll go in and grab it if possible.
Okay, so you pull it up. I do need a strength roll. It's not terribly hard, but it is waterlogged canvas.
8.
8? It's still good enough. Like, it's not that bad.
Cool.
You managed to pull it out and up. Just it was kind of wedged at the bottom a little bit. Kind of like jimmy it loose, and you pull it up. You get it up onto the actual side. You're drenched at this point, and you open up the canvas. You can give me, what do you know? Give me a wisdom roll. Straight up wisdom.
13.
13? Is that drugs?
Tor will wrap it back up and immediately start moving towards the garrison.
You can hear somebody from behind you as you get up out of the water on the other side of the bank, basically, and you can hear somebody at that spot at the water, and they can see a big package under your arm, and they'll look up at you and shout out, "Hey, where are you going with that?"
To the garrison.
Brevin. Oh, Tor, you lawful neutral dickhead. So you take this package that you suspect is drugs, and you make your way over to the garrison. It's about...
Does that guy follow me?
So not immediately, but as you come in and you put it down, you go down to the jail cells and you put it down.
I literally walk up to the jailer. I place it down. I just watched someone dump this into your harbor.
His eyes open wide and he says, "Go put it back."
Why?
What? He takes you. He says, "Come with me." He stands up and he moves over into another room and he says, "Come on, hurry."
Okay, what is it?
He closes the door and locks it. He looks over at you and he says, "I don't know where the hells you found that, but if the Scarnettis find that their shipment isn't there, you're going to disappear."
Okay. Who are the Scarnettis?
He opens his mouth and realizes you're not from here. He says,
I've been here all of 3 days.
He says,
and 2 of those days I've been in jail.
He says, Titus Scarnetti is one of the 4 noblemen of Sandpoint. He's one of the ancestors of, like, his ancestors founded this town. And Titus Scarnetti also likes to have certain unscrupulous acts. People don't normally catch him because we don't want to deal with the ramifications. Because he's the one person who controls the only mill in the entire hinterlands. Because the rest of them burned down.
That's not suspicious. Okay.
It's not suspicious, but there's no proof.
Yeah.
He will put air quotes around not suspicious.
Yeah.
He says, "Did anybody see you take that?"
Yeah, one guy.
"And you came here? Are you out of your goddamn mind?"
I've been here 3 days.
He's gonna pinch the bridge of his nose. He says, "Give it to me. I'll deal with it."
There.
He takes the package, puts it under his arm, and he says, "Go out the back door. Don't let anybody see you."
Okay. Tor will go out the back.
Tor, give me what's your flat-footed armor class?
Flat-footed armor class is 14.
Okay. There is, as you come out of the back door, Brevin.
Yep.
An arrow beds itself directly in front of your eyes. In the door frame.
I pull the arrow out. I look at the trajectory.
It's black. It's dark.
The sun's
gone down.
I just wave in that direction.
What's your flat-footed armor class again, Brevin?
14.
Okay, and that's a potential critical threat. So 14 doesn't critical, but you're going to take 1 point of damage as an arrow slugs into your shoulder.
What I will do is I will cast light on the arrow and I'm going to throw it back. I'm not trying to hit them. I'm trying to possibly blind them because light coming towards someone's possible face. So
you cast light and you throw your arrow, or it's actually a bolt. It's from a crossbow.
Cool. And then I'm going to try and book it.
Okay, so you throw that at him. It's going to be your regular armor class this time.
15.
He will just barely miss you. The bolt comes whizzing past. You can hear it sail past your ear. Any closer and it would have cut you. You managed to put a corner between you and whoever this person is because the bolts stopped flying. But you basically finally make your way back to the Rusty Dragon. And the warning that was being given to you is very clear.
Yep.
The Scarnettis, man. You had to fuck with the Scarnettis.
Also, I will say Tor does not go right back to the Rusty Dragon.
Where do you go?
He will go to the Hagfish if it's still open.
The Hagfish will still be open, absolutely.
So he will go towards the marketplace. He'll go into the Hagfish. He will wait 2 hours, and he will wait and see whoever, if anyone follows him in, and when that happens, he will. If anyone is does come in after him, he makes note of them. Is there any back alleys by the hagfish?
Yes, there would be.
Okay, so then hour interval, he would leave the hagfish and then make a sharp turn into the back alleys, trying to hide and see if anyone leaves that tavern as well.
Give me a stealth roll.
Bar. So it's a -1.
Yeah, you're a Viking at that.
17.
17. You managed to hide yourself quite effectively. You're using the shadows to your best advantage, and the fact that most of the people who live here are human is also working in your favor. You manage to hide out in the alley, but you don't notice anybody who seems shifty or that they shouldn't be there. Keep in mind, the Scarnettis they're effectively mafia, dude. Like they could have anybody and anybody in this town under their thumb and you wouldn't even know it.
Cool. Tor would put up his hood. He would hide his spiked chain. He would hide anything that shows that it is him.
Okay.
He would wrap things up, put them in his backpack, hide the backpack, and he would under his cloak, and he would act. I don't know.
Act natural.
No, he would try to look like someone with a hunchback, like an older person that's hunched over and walk towards the Rusty Dragon.
So, you come into the Rusty Dragon looking like you're pretending to do a thing. I'm not even going to have you give me a disguise roll because you're fine.
Yeah.
You come into the Rusty Dragon. You're bleeding on one arm, which, all right. But you come in and the tavern now has started to, the inn itself, started to clear out a bit. People have gone to bed or people have gone home, depending on who's staying. You make your way upstairs and you let yourself drift off to bed. So, yeah.
Tor will finally take the bolt out of his arm.
Cool. So you can take another point of damage, and you'll be able to heal one of those back while you sleep. So, you guys come back, you wake up, and you come back downstairs.
Wait, is he healed full right now?
No, he's got 1 point of damage.
Yeah, 1 point.
Okay, well, I'll heal you for your last point.
I would save that.
That's wise.
Oh, yeah, I guess. Well,
Tor will physically, if you even reach to do it, he would back off.
Oh, it's 24 hours, right? Not once a day.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say if I do it at night, but no. Okay.
Yeah, he will physically back away from you if you even try.
Okay.
So, you guys wake up and you notice that the Rusty Dragon is unusually quiet.
Tor immediately looks around.
There's people here, but breakfast seems like it's behind. It seems like it's behind schedule.
Do I see a Miko?
You don't, and that's another thing that kind of is surprising.
Can we look for her?
So you guys start looking around. She's not in the kitchen. You guys poke your head in. She's not in the kitchen. She's not upstairs in any of the rooms. She's not anywhere. She's not here.
Is there someone replacing her?
So as you guys are trying to look around, you guys kind of make your way upstairs. You split up and look for clues a little bit. Snongle, it'll be with you because height. So Snongle. It's a little racist, but not enough to be.
Okay. It's what my parents like to call little R racist.
Oh my God, that's such a Florida thing.
Yes, it is a Florida thing. Thank you.
Welcome back to Florida Things with Snongle.
I hate Florida.
Is Snongle just a Floridian? Because
Yeah.
she's killed stuff with fireworks,
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
she's a Florida man.
She took us to a pile of trash as a sightseeing
America.
exploration day.
Florida gnome.
The meme has entered the game. Let's do it.
Oh, God. So, you find...
Oh wait, she cute though.
So, she is a little bit older than this image. There are a shockingly small amount of old halflings that aren't complete masters of the arcane. So, this is Bethana Corwin for the time being. She is an older looking halfling. She's very quiet, keeps to herself for the most part, but she comes up to you.
Talking.
Yeah, she comes up to you and she says, you guys are looking for Amiko, right?
Yes, we certainly are.
She never came down for breakfast. She never started it. Never came down once. All day. All morning.
Okay, Snongle's gonna ask if she saw anybody, like, who looks like an old man, perhaps, come into the bar.
So she says, an old man? No, nothing like that. I did do some snooping, though. She'll kind of, like, smile half-heartedly, like, I probably shouldn't have, but it's probably for the best. She says, I went into Amiko's room, and I found this. So she pulls out a note. And on the front of it, it's basically a bunch of Chinese characters, or characters in what would effectively be Mandarin. You can't read it. You have no clue what it says. But then she says, Miko's been teaching me for a bit. I've kind of picked up Minkanian. Pretty sure it's Minkanian. What's that language? Minkayan, which is one of the...
Cayenne pepper, yes.
Minkayan.
Yes.
With a K. She says, Amiko's been teaching me for a couple of years, so I transcribed it on the back, and she'll hand you the note with this. And you hear, basically in the back of your head, hello, sis. I hope this letter finds you well, and with some free time on your hands, because we've got something of a problem. It's to do with Father. Seems he might have had something to do with Sandpoint's recent troubles with the goblins. And I didn't want to bring the matter to the authorities because we both know he'd just weasel out of it. You've got some pull here in town, though, and if you can meet me at the Glassworks at midnight tonight, maybe we can figure out how to make sure he faces the punishment he deserves. Knock twice, then 3 times more, and then 1 more at the delivery entrance, and I'll let you in. In any case, I don't have to impress upon you the delicate nature of this request. If news got out, you know these local rubes would assume that you and I were in on the whole thing too, don't you? They've got no honor at all around these parts. I still don't understand how you can stand to stay here. Anyways, don't tell anyone about this. There are other complications as well. Ones I'd rather talk to you about in person tonight. Don't be late. Pseudo.
Oh my god! Are the others here to read this?
Oh, wait. Leave it there. I need to see.
Wait, when you scream that, Tor literally, like, his head, like, just shocks, and he looks over.
Oh my god!
What? He says, sitting on a stool, seeming less concerned about everything. What's going on? What?
Snongle's just gonna be like, read the note! And just like,
Goodness gracious.
she's
Okay.
oh no, she's gonna apologize for yelling.
Tor takes the letter, he reads it over.
Yeah, how does he feel about that?
Oh, goodness. We might want to go to this place. And he points at the word Glassworks. Just in case there's 2 bodies there. Take this.
Oof, don't be so depressing,
no.
Tor.
I'm not being depressing. I'm being down to earth.
You're implying that she's dead.
There's a strong possibility.
Oh, I wouldn't think that. Okay.
While you guys are having your back and forth, Bethana will try and cut in a couple of times, but she's very quiet. Eventually, you guys kind of get the idea that she wants to say something. And she says, well, it's the name on that note. It's from Pseudo. It's Amiko's brother. He was something of a scandal back when he was born. It was a year before Amiko, back in 4688. He's a half-elf.
I remember this. Sorry, go on.
He's got big eyes that neither of Amiko's parents are elves, which is the part that's strange. It was obvious that old Longiku wasn't the boy's father, and his anger at his wife's indiscretion was the talk of the town for months. He was actually raised at the Turndarrock Academy instead of at the manor where Amiko was raised. When eventually Amiko started to go visit him, and they kind of hung out in town when they were younger, but now it got to a point where Pseudo and Amiko had a falling out, and I'm not sure what the argument was about, but Amiko left Sandpoint for a while. Pseudo would hit her. And that's all we really know. But she went out and made it as an adventurer for a while, and when she came back to Sandpoint a year afterwards, she was there to attend her mother's funeral. And Pseudo was also very, very clear, and she kind of like... she's touching her face a lot. You can tell she's nervous. She's not having a great time with this, and she says it was quite public about... Pseudo was quite public about his opinions that his father was the one who was the cause of the loss of his late mother. Atsui fell from a cliff, but he Lord Kaijutsu, she would use his title, obviously, nearly broke Pseudo's jaw with his cane. He beat him almost to death. And Amiko had to reestablish contact with him since she was never able to track him down. But I'm worried that he's up to no good. And since the sheriff's not here, it's just you guys.
Yeah.
Please go to the Glassworks and find her.
Okay.
When did you get this note?
She'll point to the desk, Amiko's desk.
When did you get it?
This morning.
Okay, so it could be either tonight that they're meeting, or it was last night. That's what I was trying to determine.
Well, seeing as though she never came down for breakfast today, I would assume it's today. Like, not today, but last night. Although if it was midnight, then it was technically today. You know, I'm not going to get into the implications of this. Let's just get going. Let's alert the guards what we are up to. Yeah.
Damn. All right, Tor, lead the way.
Okay. And he looks at you said halfling?
She's a halfling, yes.
He looks to the halfling woman. He puts a hand on her shoulder, and he actually gives a sincere smile.
That probably looks scarier than your regular smile, I won't lie to you.
Yeah.
We don't know how to smile properly.
It will be okay. Everything will be okay. We'll make sure she's fine. Take some deep breaths. I don't know. Do you know how to make breakfast for people?
She says, yeah, some of the other employees showed up, but the doors were locked, so I had to let them in.
Okay.
They just started breakfast late.
Perfect. You're in charge at the moment. Okay.
She looks very timid but nods and says, okay.
Okay. You'll make her proud. I know it. Just stay calm. And Tor will walk out and wait outside for the others.
You know, Tor, you're not much for comforting. Not that I'm very good at.
Richard, your character's still nursing the black eye that he got from where Ven Vinder pummeled your face.
What are you talking about? It's in the past.
It never
Tor-
happened. As you try and look through a swollen eye.
Tor will look at Victor. He gave you a good one, and he pokes it and smiles as he walks towards the garrison.
Obviously, Victor will wince in pain.
Ow! Why?
Why?
Why would you do this?
He's just gonna like just shake his head and put his arms up. Like, why, Tor? Why?
Because I can.
Okay, so Bethana will go about and make sure the Rusty Dragon is in working order while you guys go and handle the current unpleasantness. Come on now. That's what we want.
You having a good time?
I'm struggling. I'm struggling. So, you guys make your way down. You guys said you're going to go to the garrison first, right?
Yes.
So, what are you going to say?
So, Tor will walk up into the garrison. Depending on, like, is there any guard who seems like he's a little higher up than the rest in there?
Closest would be the jailer, but
Cool.
he's the only one there of notable rank. The rest of them are just there to fill the garrison, basically.
Cool. So he will walk up to the jailer, and in a hushed tone, he will say, I'm investigating something right now. It has nothing to do with last night.
He'll look over you and say, I swear to gods, the Dawnflower herself,
No.
if you...
There's possibly someone missing.
Who?
Amiko. She wasn't back for breakfast this morning. She's been missing for a little while.
His demeanor will almost flip. He says, something happened to Amiko?
We need to keep it on the down low. We're trying to figure this out.
He takes a breath, because he's obviously got to calm himself down, and he says, okay, so here's what here's what I'll do for you, Tor.
Yep.
You're a terrifying SOB, but
Yes.
you're the best we got right now, you and your friends.
Yep.
I'm going to organize the guard, and I'm going to keep the civilians away from the glassworks.
I didn't tell him about the glassworks.
Oh, so you didn't even mention that? Okay.
I did not mention that.
He says, I'm going to mobilize the guards, and he'll say something effective. He'll make sure that any civilians stay out of your way.
Perfect. I'm trusting you on this. I've got your back, you got mine.
Bring her back safely.
I will.
Bless whoever just sneezed in the background.
That was my sister, like, outside and down the hallway.
She's dad sneezing over here right now? Are you kidding me?
That was a loud sneeze. Tor will offer the dude his hand for a handshake.
The man will shake it, but he's still, like, not sure how he feels about you. It's like that one friend that you're not sure you want to be friends with them.
Yeah.
Except you do a lot weirder stuff, so you're like, It's like somebody that openly calls himself a Satanist and, like, goes and, like, does, like, black robe, like, goat sacrifices. Like, they're still your buddy, but, like, you don't want to, like, you
don't want to know what he's doing on the weekend.
Yeah, you're a little uncomfortable about what he's doing on the weekend. And so
Tor will shake his hand. You've got this.
Okay.
I believe in you. Let's do.
The people of Sandpoint aren't going to be an issue while you guys tackle the glassworks. Good work.
Cool.
So we're going to cut scene to you guys making your way to the glassworks. And here we are outside. Now, the glassworks isn't like a massive building or anything like that, but it's fairly big. Like, it's big enough. It does the job.
So when Tor gets there, he will look at the rest. 2 of you go around the right side, other 2 around the left. We'll meet up behind, check for any possible exits, look for any signs of possible struggle, and then we'll meet, and then we'll come back around to the front.
There's something about a maintenance door on the note, wasn't there?
Delivery door.
Delivery door?
Yeah.
So there are 2 doors that you guys are aware of. 3, actually. There is this one here. To the eastern side of the glassworks. There is one in the southwest, which it leads off to the beach, and there's another one that is the main storefront that you can find directly in front of you guys. at the towards the southernmost point of the building.
Cool.
So who's on which team? We got Team Awesome Hardcore and Team Explorer.
Snongle should be on Team Explore since she's small and can sneak.
Team Explore. Snongle times.
I'll break off with Tor. I'll head out with him.
Okay, so
Cool.
Tor and Astrid and Nox will go
We'll take the left side.
on the left-hand side of the building, and Snongle and Victor, powerhouse team, are going to go to the this other door up here.
We deal with our problems with our weapons.
So
Oh, yeah.
we're going to start with Tor and Astrid and Nox. What do you guys want to do while you're over on this side? Talk to me tactics.
Cool. So that's obviously a pathway that we're on. So Tor will just pretty much act like he's walking normally if there are any civilians like nearby looking at them, that sort of a thing.
Yep.
He'll look like he's just walking naturally. He's going to however, every once in a while look at the ground, check for recent footprints, like more so recent footprints.
Okay.
And check for any, I don't know, any signs of.
Which entrance are you doing that at, Brevin?
He's going to be doing that probably at the back door,
Back door.
double door, the
Okay.
double door.
Astrid, you recognize this door. You've seen it at the old light when you visited there your first day here. You can tell that this part is just it's a connected part to the beach that leads up to Junker's Way, which is not that big a deal. You're coming up to the doors, and you said you were looking for tracks, Brevin?
Yeah.
You can give me a perception roll.
7.
You hear nothing. Astrid, is there anything you wanted to do?
I'm gonna put my ear up to the door and see if I can hear anything inside.
You're going to put your ear up to the door? Okay, you can also give me a perception roll.
10.
Quiet. Completely quiet. If it weren't for the fact that there were a large steam cloud of smoke coming up from the chimney, you'd think there was nobody inside at all.
You think we should just go in?
Tor will knock twice, then 3 times, then once.
Okay.
On that door.
Nothing happens.
Cool. He'll open it.
Okay, so you go to open the door, it's locked.
Tor will then continue walking around in order to meet up with the others.
Okay, so you guys make your way around this side. We're going to cut over back to Victor and Snongle. So, Victor, Snongle, what's up?
Listen here, Snongle. I got a plan.
Yes.
Right? It's Glassworks. They probably sell glass.
Yes.
Let's just pretend we're customers. Go in the front door.
You know what? I like the sound of that. Yeah, let's go for. Wait a minute. I'm real quick. All right. Yeah, let's go.
See, that's not a terrible idea.
No, what could go wrong?
Nothing. We're just customers. We're browsing. They don't know what we're here for.
Exactly. They don't know us.
Okay, you guys come up and you go to try the doors. Obviously, this is a storefront, but the door is shut. All of the windows as well, they've got curtains that have been drawn closed. Nobody is actually able to see inside.
Well, they lost a customer or two today, Snongle.
Snongle, you can give me a perception roll.
Yes, I certainly can. Let me look at it real quick. Okay, cool. That's gonna be a +7. So we're gonna roll this, and I got a 26.
Holy
Okay,
balls.
so, for the sight-based perception, absolutely. And for the hearing-based perception, you'll hear it as well. So, you're kind of looking at one of the curtains, and you're looking at it, and you can see that for the storefront itself, there's actually, you can tell that there's light coming in from inside. Not like a lamplight, but like there's daylight cast down and onto one of the windows, and you can see the outline of that on one of the curtains. As for the hearing-based, you can hear hee and the sound of shattering glass coming from inside the building.
Well, that's amazing.
You're pretty focused there, Snongle. What do you hear?
What do your gnome ears hear?
You don't want to know, really. I don't think it might creep you out.
Scrum.
Snongle's gonna explain what she hears.
Okay.
So, despite that.
Can you get that door open, Snongle?
I have a thieves' toolkit. I don't see why I can't attempt.
You also have the ability to use it.
I do. I totally do have that.
Because if Amiko's here and you just heard a goblin, that's not good. We need to get in there.
No, yeah. Let's test it out. So is that it's a 20 as well?
It's going to be a D20, and you're going
Is
to
it
add your disabled
device?
device.
Okay. Oh, sweet. Oh, it's a 28, baby. Ow!
Oh, that's a natural 20. So
A nat 20.
Snongle, you're pulling your thieves' tools out, and then you look. The key's in the frickin' lock.
Yeah, I'm the best thief ever, bitch. Let's go.
keys just happen to be where they need to be.
Actually, we're not going to say it's in the lock. It was conveniently dropped in a patch of grass that's just over to the left of the door. That somebody obviously they were hastily trying to shove it in their pocket, and as they were leaving, it slipped out of their pocket. Maybe the lanyard got caught on a briar or something. But you do have the key, and you're able to pop the door open. Good work.
Damn, Victor's impressed. You're pretty good.
Thank you,
kid.
thank you.
Hey, kid. That's pretty good.
How far around does Tor and Astrid get by this time?
You guys will probably be around. Oh, that's not what we want.
They become giants!
Gods among men. You'll probably be around here.
Ah, damn. All the way across the building. We can't even be like, yo.
So you guys make your way into the storefront. While the other two are on the northern side of the actual place. So this first room, it's a display room. It's where the shop displays, where all the customers can browse through various glassware. You can see all sorts of neat things. There's window panes, glasswork, art. There's really all sorts of stuff. It's the primary things. Maybe some stained glass. It's all very intricate and very well made. If one thing can be said for the Sandpoint artisans, they do a bang-up job. But
With all this glass around, it's no surprise it's called Sandpoint. Victor says that in character. Please, guys, laugh.
I gave you a laugh.
I, as the narrator, want to smite you.
It's just like a goblin falls from the sky onto Victor.
It rips off his arm and beats him to death with it. Next character, please.
Another one.
All right, I'm gonna look behind the counter, see if there's any keys or any.
You look behind the counter, but there's nothing here really. Like it's mainly just the glassworks. You can see that there are a couple of doors leading out of the room. One to the northern point of the room where it's just behind the counter, and one that leads further back into the glassworks.
And they're unlocked. That's kind of why I was looking for keys, so I didn't have to.
The doors are unlocked themselves. You try it, and you can actually see that this door leads into a very long hallway.
Oh god, I'm creeped out. I don't like long hallways.
This is a long boy.
All right, Snongle, let's go. It's quiet. Right. I'm gonna try and stealth.
Well, oh god, I'm small, so good luck there, Victor.
That's a long boy.
I'm going to try to stealth.
Okay, so Victor is going to attempt to stealth. You can give me a roll, and let me know what you get.
10.
10? Okay. Snongle, are you also going to attempt to stealth?
I certainly am. Let's see. Okay.
We don't belong back here. We gotta be quiet.
Well, I'll tell you flat out. There's literally only one number you could roll on that dice to get a worse roll than Victor. So give me a roll.
That's still a 13 though, so I still did better.
Yeah, there you go. I told you. Anything but a 1, you do better than Victor because 1s take 10 off. So
Yeah.
you're golden. You guys are kind of like stealthed. You're hunched down. You guys can hear now. You can give me not another perception check. Snongle, you're very much aware of what's going on in this place. If a little bit vague on the details, you do know that there's definitely something in here, and there's definitely something breaking glass.
Mm-hmm.
Which way do you guys want to go?
Quick question. From where we heard the goblins.
Yeah, where's that?
It's where Snongle heard the goblins from.
Yeah.
All you know is that they're inside. You're not sure where.
All right, I guess we, All right,
I would go
Victor,
down
how do
the
you wanna
hall
play
and go
this?
for that door up ahead.
The big one?
No, the one halfway down the hall, or 2/3 down the hallway.
Oh, I see, yeah.
Yeah. Because you were on that side listening, and that's when you heard the shattering of glass and goblins, right?
Yeah.
I'm assuming you would have pointed that out.
Sure. Of course.
Yeah, so let's go that way. Go towards the goblins.
Okay, so you guys can give me a roll. It's going to be choose odd or even.
I choose odd. Rose,
Yes.
roll.
What?
Just roll, Rose.
Okay, you know what? Whatever, okay. Ah!
Okay. So you guys begin to make your way. So with that nat 20, you will know. I'm not going to waste a 20. I want to make sure you guys do benefit from that because it is very rare that we get that 5% chance. So with that roll, you guys know that in this section, so further up this way, is where the sound is coming from. However, you guys also know that the more you guys, if you guys want to try and do this on your own, you're going to have a rough time. And you should probably wait for your party to show up. Or to go and collect them. Either that...
Let's go open that door and wave them down since they're just outside there. Like, just wave them down.
Oh, that's true, yeah, because they're just right down there.
Yeah, they're just right there. So we just open that door.
You guys come up and... unlock the door from this side. And you poke your head out. You guys can see Astrid and Tor down the way. Now, do you guys break stealth to shout at them, or do you run the risk of trying to get their attention without shouting?
So, does that, like, either, well, I guess they wouldn't see me arms, but Victor could, like, throw me up and I wave my little arms and that could possibly get their attention?
It's possible. How do you guys want to do this?
How do you want to do it?
I'm going to hold Snongle up on my shoulders.
Yeah!
Okay.
while she waves her stick back and forth, her gnome flick mace.
Yes.
Set the end on fire, too.
Oh, no, wait.
Just keep going.
I guess that's the best way to do that.
Why are you on your Facebook, Luke?
He's looking at cats.
Not you. I'm always looking at cats. So, I'm letting you guys formulate plans before I strike you down.
Yeah.
So, you're attempting to check out... You're getting Snongle on your shoulders. You guys are peeking your heads out, and she's trying to, like, wave you guys down.
I'm assuming we're going to roll for it.
It's going to be a thing. So, Rose...
Mm-hmm.
What do I even want to make you do for this one? It's going to be...
Performance?
I guess so. It's going to be performance, but you're going to lose out on your racial bonus to it because it is not your obsession. So it's going to be your performance strings at -2, I believe.
So that's a +6 then.
Yes.
I can dig that. All right.
Because you're not doing string...
Oh my god! Wait. Is she the only one who's rolled a 20 this campaign?
I've got 3 20s.
I think she's the only one that has rolled a 20 in this campaign.
I'm pretty sure somebody else has.
Somebody.
It's not been me.
It's because you're Tor.
I have 3 20s in a row, but there's a 2 pushing the gap.
Oh. So,
What
Snongle,
the heck?
you get up on his shoulders, and
Yes.
you literally just go. You just literally just look over at them, and just as you're about to like start waving your arms around, like you get your hands up, and Tor and Astrid are already looking over at you, like it was like like they conveniently timed that they heard the door open, and they literally turn over to see, and it's you up on Victor's shoulders going, with your arms waving back and forth.
Yes.
Tor is visibly confused and wondering what the heck's going on and slowly starts walking them.
And that's the point where Snongle will start to beckon you and nod, like, yes, that's exactly what we need you to do, please.
Once he's over there, he looks at them, he's like, why?
Why what?
Also, how? Not about...
How what?
I'm the world's best thief, Tor. I don't know what to tell you. I got mad skills with these hands.
Okay, what's going on?
There's goblins in here.
There's goblins, and we're in the building now, so come in and help us fight the goblins, because the 2 of us are useless.
Okay. Alright. Tor will step in.
Okay, so you guys are now all effectively in this hallway.
Getting kind of cramped in here.
A little bit.
Which way are we going?
Down, all the way down this hallway, possibly. Oh, just kidding, right there. Probably right through that door that you're next to.
Okay.
So, Tor, do you want to be the first one in?
I want to prepare to kick the door open from the other side.
Like this one here?
Cool.
Okay. So, Victor, you're born prepared.
Tor will take his chain out with his left hand.
Okay.
And he'll reach his arm around the corner and start counting down from 3, 2.
Is anybody else going to attempt to like do anything, prepare any weapons, get anything else ready?
Yeah, Snongle wants to get her little weapon out and be right next to the door so she can run in when possible.
The pincher? Perfect.
Yes, the pincher.
Okay. How about Astrid? Do you want anything prepared?
Yeah, I'll take my lantern staff out, but
I will also say, a quick thing. Tor is going to use Axiomatic Strike.
Okay, so you activate your Axiomatic Strike. So any non-lawful creatures are going to take that bane right in the face.
Yep.
this glass works. I'm assuming it's not really like made out of wood. It's not very flammable, right?
It's quite inflammable, despite popular belief.
Hey, Luke.
I'm gonna light the torch then. Oh.
Ew.
You have the light spell, Astrid.
Yeah, but I want the fire for maybe later.
Okay.
Oh,
So you
actually, yeah.
so you have you will have a torch lit in your offhand. Either that or you can light the lantern, which is also fire damage you can deal.
It's okay. I'll just keep the staff.
Okay, so you have the staff and you've lit your lantern.
Just gonna come back a little bit as well.
Okay, so
Cool.
you take a step back, you're ready to go. So Tor reaches out his hand. 3, 2, 1.
One
Boom.
kick.
And you guys have only a moment to see. Obviously, Tor, you don't really see much except for Victor. Victor, you get the full glimpse of it. As you kind of make your way into the room, you take one step inside each. And you guys can see across the way the man who got brained the other day at the Rusty Dragon, except he's quite perfectly preserved. Aside from a few body parts that have been ripped off, his entire body has been coated in glass.
Ugh.
He is burned and scarred, and the only thing that makes him even remotely recognizable is the clothes he's wearing, which are almost identical to the ones that he had on
Oh,
the other day. You might even notice a soup stain.
You're telling me someone put molten glass on him and it hardened?
Yes.
Yeah, and it killed him. He died from the shock.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
If you want to make a heal check later, you can definitely confirm that, but that's probably what happened. The other thing you guys are noticing is the large group of rampant murderous toddlers running around.
Yeah. That's a large group.
They are smashing glass on the floor. They are throwing things. They are breaking tongs for the sake of it. There are also something you'll notice as you're taking in this horrific scene. The other members, the people who worked at the glassworks, are all in here. They are all dead. Every single one of them dismembered one way or another. They were taken out. Some of them have been dragged into, you can see a pair of legs hanging out of the main glass forge, and basically it's just a pair of legs sticking out the back of it. The rest of the body shoved into the furnace. A couple other ones have had glass dripped on them in places just to see what would happen, and other ones have just had their heads removed and put in spots that the goblins probably thought was funny, but it isn't actually that funny. They're having...
First goblin.
Oh, absolutely. Y'all can roll initiative.
Who let these goblins kill them? Like, they're small. Kick them.
16. 16 on initiative.
Well, one sec. Everyone's rolling it.
Let's see. I have a 15.
Okay. And then, so that is... One second, I'm trying to get my initiative recording down. So, and that is plus that bonus, so that would be... And then, Astrid, what's your total?
17.
Snongle, total.
Oh, no. 11. Oh, wait, sorry, 15.
Ooh, close one. Victor.
Victor, what's your initiative?
Oh, sorry, that was weird. My Discord just reset, like rebooted.
It's honestly, it's set to get some stuff going. Like we can't be mad at it. Total initiative, Richard.
I rolled a 16.
16, and Tor.
16.
16, and you'll be going second, I believe, because Victor
Yeah.
has the higher initiative bonus.
Yeah.
Okay, so top of the round with the goblins. So this one will take a second. It's looked over at you. You guys have kind of done that moment of exchange where you guys kind of recognize that you guys are there, and it's like, oh, we're about to start fighting, and that's when the initiative gets rolled. There isn't really a surprise round here. Nobody gets a surprise round for this one.
Yeah.
So the goblin looks over, picks up a glass bottle, and yeets it at you.
Which one of us?
At you, Tor.
Okay.
So he's going to throw that. You're going to get bottled. Holy crap.
Yeah, that hits.
Might not. What's your armor class? Flat-footed.
15.
15?
Oh, flat-footed?
Yeah, flat-footed.
14.
14? That
14.
still misses.
Oh, okay.
Keep in mind,
okay.
goblins are not proficient in throwing a glass object across a room, dude. They're barely proficient in their own weapons.
Fair.
He throws it at you and it shatters against the back. Brevin, the square that you're standing in, however, will become difficult terrain.
Tor simply just says, "That's rude."
And it is. Difficult terrain. Easy peasy. So, Tor, you need to be able to... You're not going to be able to shift through this square. You're going to have to move out of it in order to do it. You can't... It counts as 2 spaces to move through it.
Okay.
So, this goblin, Victor, you're getting a bottle thrown at you.
No!
The goblin...
Yeah.
The goblin decides... He decides the last second to smash it against the table to try and use as an improvised weapon to, like, stab you with. And he breaks it again. He goes to lift it up and smashes it against his own head. And he will lose... How many hit points? Let's have a look.
This picture just bonking himself over the head with the glass bottle.
Effectively, and then it smashes on the table and he falls over. He'll be prone, and he'll take a point of damage.
Oh, ow.
Goblins, man.
Laughing hurts.
How many hit
Laughing
points do
hurts.
goblins
It's
have?
amazing.
No
idea.
You're gonna have to give me a knowledge nature to figure that out.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah, these things happen,
Oh,
but
ow.
they're not the most sturdy things of all time. They accidentally drown sometimes. This one is going to pick up a pair of one of the metal tongs. He's been poking at. He's been using like some kind of stick to poke at the legs that are dangling out of the furnace, and then he looks over, drops the stick he was holding, and picks up a pair of tongs in both hands, and he's going to come 1, 2, 3. Yeah, he's going to charge. You guys can give me a roll. It's going to be whoever gets the lowest. It's going to be between Tor and Victor.
It's D20.
Yes, D20. Let's see who gets the highest.
I have so many tabs open, sorry.
Ooh. Okay. Victor, you're getting hit. You're being attacked.
Oh,
And what is your flat-footed armor class?
my flat-footed armor class is 16.
16? It's not enough to hit you. So he comes over and he goes to whack you. You bring your arm down, and the shielding portion of your actual arm build basically clangs against the pair of like glass blowing tongs that smack against. They almost bend a little bit against it because of how hard he swung with it, but it wasn't enough to get past your stalwart defenses. This one is going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and he's going to basically laugh at this guy who's on the ground. He used a double move to do that, so that's fine. This guy is also going to come over here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He's going to stop about there, and he's going to proceed poking this guy's lower body. He's going to move 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
On the Just gets up on the table.
This one is going to move a little bit further in. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3,
So many. Oh my god.
and 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is about as many as you guys dealt with during the night of the Sandpoint. The attack on
Just
Sandpoint.
wasn't all of them at the same time, though.
Exactly. However, you guys have a certain advantage on your side that I'm going to see if you guys can utilize it effectively. So,
Just
that is
throw them into the furnaces.
that is the goblin's turn. It goes to you guys. First one is going to be Astrid.
Hey.
You guys all got fairly close in initiative, eh?
Yeah. I'm gonna go down the hall and go down the other door that
So you have
Victor went in.
1, 2, 3. Oh, we're playing by traditional rules, so it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you're at the door. You have a standard action. What do you want to do with it?
My thing's lit.
It's lit.
It's a lit film.
The littest fam that ever was.
Are the goblins like making any noise? Are they talking at all?
Oh, they're effectively think of like kindergarten class levels of volume in the middle of playtime, except add shattering glass and
With hyena laughs.
with hyena laughs and also the sound of the furnace. It is absolutely it's a cacophony of sound from this room.
Oh, God.
Oh god.
Good thing these are goblins and not children.
Oh yeah, that's the good news. You're right.
The important takeaways, right?
Yeah.
Children would be easier to throw into the furnace.
Yeah. I was thinking.
I mean, you
Oh,
say that,
wow.
but that's not entirely true. Children might
Wow.
be like just as easy to throw into a furnace as these things. These things are just
Okay,
going to try and fight
Let's
you
not
back.
get into the logistics of throwing children in furnaces. This is not.
And how easy that might be.
We'll revisit it. We'll revisit.
Just put this on our TikTok. God.
We'll revisit it in Tor's dreams. So, Astrid, you have a standard action. What are you going to use it for?
I don't really know. Can I get around like Victor to try to get a hit on this goblin?
Not really. There's nowhere for you to actually stand in the doorway. So Victor and Tor are going to have to find a way to kind of shift themselves out of the way in order to make this easier on you guys for a fight.
Okay. I don't really know. I don't really have anything else, I guess, to do.
Do you have any spells you want to use? Anything that you... Any other options like that?
If I use ear-piercing scream, can I do it if Victor is right in front of me?
Yes.
Okay, and it won't affect him?
Nope. Ear-piercing scream specifically says that it's a powerful scream and audible to all except for the single target.
Let's do it then. I'm gonna pull out an ear-piercing scream on this guy.
This goblin up in the front here?
Yeah.
Okay, so ear-piercing scream. I need you to do nothing to me just yet. So, save negates the daze and halves the damage. So, Goblin's going to attempt to roll a fortitude save? Yes. And I believe he might be taking that half, but we shall see. Show me. Okay, 1 second. So, your DC is 14. I rolled a 10. That needle that you're threading right there. I need you to give me a roll. It's going to be the D6 for the damage from ear-piercing scream.
4.
Ooh.
4 points of damage to this goblin, and he falls to the ground, clawing at his ears as more Arctic gale whips around. Nobody else can hear it or even really see it, but it seems like there's almost a shimmer in the air as you stare this goblin down, and this ringing and the whistling against windows seems to drive him almost crazy. His eyes go a little bit loopy, a little bit cross-eyed, go a little bit cockeyed, and he's just trying to get himself together and figure it out. He's absolutely going to take some big damage. So it's 4 damage, yes?
Yep, 4 damage.
He's prone now, eh?
He's not prone, but he is like flailing around. This one is absolutely prone.
Yeah.
He fall down, go burr. So, next in initiative, it's going to go to everyone's favorite, Victor.
All right.
Is that everyone's favorite without even like seeing who was actually next?
Wow, way to take that away from me. I felt special for a second. Fuck
You're my favorite, Richard, and that's what matters. Because when I kill you, you know it's personal.
All right. I can't 5-foot step because it's kind of cramped in here, so I'm just gonna give him a good old hit.
Okay, give him a hit. He is dazed.
Give him a bunk.
Stab him. Oh, goodness.
That is a 10.
10?
10.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Yeah, dazed does not give a penalty to armor class. And this guy, although he's having a really rough time of it and is bleeding from the ears, manages to basically flail in such a way that you go to deliver like a vicious kick. Like you're going to go and like basically boot him in the head and hopefully kick his head into the side of the stone of this massive furnace. And in his flailing and his just uncontrolled, like barely able to support its own head neck, his head's flopping around and trying to get rid of this winter wind, and your kick goes right over the head as it kind of flops backwards and then flops back up as he's still trying to like get himself together.
Is he too busy to get any attacks of opportunity?
He'll probably still manage to get an attack of opportunity, but at his penalties.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to use my move to move through Tor and up 1 square.
So you're going to move here and then up here.
Yes.
Okay.
Exactly like that.
He's going to attempt to attack you. That's an attack of opportunity. It's get your full AC.
18.
Tongs.
And he's using the tongs, which are trash. I'm rolling really well for these goblins, and the weapon they're using is not helping me. So
It's kind of garbage.
it misses. he flails out at you with the tongs with one hand, and they basically open. You know when you go to like pretend you got nunchucks with like a can opener or something? I don't know, like things we did as a kid. And you're like,
yeah,
weird things that Luke did as a kid then. But basically, he goes to whip you with the actual like the clamping end of the tongs, but one of the actual hands, like the arms of the tong, like comes out of his grip, and when he goes to fling it, it basically like foils the whole thing. He goes flying up, and he's still trying to deal with this thing. He is having a really rough time, and you should probably send him your thoughts and prayers. So he misses. You're successfully in this spot, Victor.
Funny.
It then
I
goes.
call my chain thoughts and prayers. Let's do it.
And thoughts and prayers they shall be. Axiomatic strike on this boy.
Yeah, let's do it.
Give me a roll. Spike chain confirms on crits on a 20, right?
Yeah, it does.
It does. So close. It's an absolutely solid hit. Give me a roll for damage, including axiomatic strike.
Yeah, so let's do 2 of those. Plus that. 10 points of damage.
10 points of damage. He lashes out, and you catch the end that flips out from the tongs. You catch it, pull it out of his hands, and he looks like he's looking in his hands, like trying to like focus. It's like you can see 5 of them. You take a second, you breathe, and then you just take your chain in one hand so that it has a bunch in it, so it's basically just like a single loop, and you belt him in the head with it.
Yeah. Okay.
The blood coming out of his head from the spikes from your chain, as well as the blow that you just dealt, he is bleeding out the eyes and nose and collapses to the ground in a heap.
Tor spits on the body as he walks forward towards the other side of this.
Which way are you moving?
I'm moving to the opposite side of Victor. So
closest to
other
the
side
closer to the furnaces? So
closer to the furnaces.
Not what I wanted to move. Thank you.
The glass, it's moving.
Oh no. It's
So
smart.
yes, I will. How far up the way can I get up there?
How far up the way? So you moved from
Yeah.
here. So you go 1, 2, 3, 4. You can get here because he's
Cool.
your way.
Yeah.
As he's poking at this body.
Yeah.
It then goes to the last, but certainly not least, Snongle time.
Ah, man, what can Snongle add to this? She's just gonna burst through the door with her little pincher ready to fucking go.
Yeet! Into glass. That's not fun.
Fun. Very
so
fun.
So it's 1, 2, 3, and you can move here. 4.
Cool.
Okay.
Diagonal movements are 10 feet, 5 feet, 10 feet, 5 feet, right?
Yes.
Consecutive diagonal movements? Okay. This whole building's on a diagonal, that's why I'm asking.
So it is, but it also isn't. So that's the weird part. So looking at like a diagonal for the building itself, looking at the squares, Snoggle only made one diagonal movement in that entire train. So that's where I got that. So Snoggle, you do have another action if you wanted to make another movement.
Ah, man, Snongle didn't think this through.
Snongle is also fairly acrobatic if you want to try and get up over this table and not have to deal with going through it.
Yeah, all right, let's do that then.
Okay, so
Just gonna stand up on the little table.
boom, boom, and you can give me a roll. It's going to be your acrobatics to see how successful you are at getting up.
Pop it, lock it. Okay, so math 20.
Dirty 20. You are successfully up on the table and are raring to go. You're about Victor's height now, which is pretty rad.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, high five.
So you're up on the table. It then goes to top of the round with the gobos.
Excuse me, I'm so sorry.
How could you? Bodily human functions are not permitted in my podcast, in my stream.
I was yawning and then it came out as a burp and I'm like, goodbye.
Oopsie.
Honestly, you'll never work in this town again. You're done, kid.
I know, goodbye.
That's it.
My
That's
hat.
it. It's over. Kick Snongle out.
That's what,
No,
that's
God,
what
no.
kills Snongle.
No.
Not even
We
one
must-
time could I kill
We
Snongle.
must keep Snongle.
So this goblin boy is going to attempt to do just that and takes a swing at Snongle with an actual knife this time, as opposed to other
Ball?
less useful tools. Snongle, what's your armor class?
Let me see. It is 17.
17, you're hit.
Ah, dang. All right.
Just gotta pull up my statistics, please.
No, not allowed.
Yes, one time.
No. No.
Statistics aren't real. Everybody knows that.
We're level 1 still, right?
That is correct.
Yes.
Okay.
So Snongle, you're going to take 4 points of damage as the dog slicer
Bye.
comes up out of nowhere, almost from underneath the table, and stabs directly into one of your legs.
Love that. I gotta see.
Not enough to
Yeah.
impede your movement or mess up your acrobatics. You're still up on the table and you can still move, but you've got a gash in your leg.
Alright.
And that kind of sucks. This goblin is going to stand up. He's also going to inadvertently hurt himself on the broken glass.
Excellent.
Loser.
So he is hurting. This guy is going to... This guy will literally fall prone laughing at his friend who just cut his feet.
Classic gobos.
Goblins are dickheads, man. Like they're so
Yeah.
stupid, but they're so funny. This one is going to attempt to jump up on the table.
Please fail. Please fail horribly. Oh.
My haters at me. Thank you for the laugh.
So that will be... Yeah, they're going to make it up. So he gets up on here to do a dance with the Snongle.
We've got like a Pirates of the Caribbean situation going on here. They're gonna be like...
a pirate in a former life.
Okay,
They're gonna be
this one is
laying on
going to
top
take it.
of
This one's going to use its dog slicer to slash at Tor. And what is your armor class, Tor?
15.
15. That will miss. This one is going to come 1, 2, 3, and he will continue to poke at the guy. This one is going to start peeing on Longiku. Or
that's not cool.
what is left of the late Longiku Kaijutsu.
Best thing is, I don't know who that guy is, so I'm taking major offense to this shit.
I don't even know this asshole.
Oh, I will also say, with every action that these goblins are doing against the bodies, Tor is visibly, like, his breathing has gotten heavier. It seems like, you know that moment when you know, well, those videos where you see a bear start, like, flipping out on someone? Like, they start, like, getting ready to, like, rush at them?
Or like when you watch one of those videos of a mom doing something really crazy to like protect her kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like Tor is about to do.
That's the energy. Like that's what's up.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, so this goblin missed you. That's all good. The rest of them can't really get up and past. They don't really want to either. Yeah.
Cut him off.
This one's doing his thing. He's hurting himself. This one is the one that attacks Snongle. I believe that's all our goblins. So it's going to go down to the next in the initiative, which will be Astrid.
I'm gonna go up right in between Snongle and Tor.
Okay.
Yeah. And then this might be a silly question, but how many feet is each square? Just one?
5 feet.
One is 5.
1 square is 5 feet. That's not a stupid question either, like that. It does change from system to system. So, at least we're not playing with hexes. That's all I have to say.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Makes diagonal easier, but makes everything else harder. So, you basically move 5 feet per. So 6 feet makes your full movement, or 6 squares makes your full movement.
Okay.
So from here, 1, 2, 3, 4. And you can still move 2 squares if you wanted to, if you had more movement to like get in. And you also have a standard action. You can do another thing. You've used one of your spells already.
So, okay, if I were to go in and use Burning Hands right now, sends a cone of flames.
Yep.
How wide is the angle on that? Like, if I were to move up one more, could I hit all 5 of those goblins?
The angle is 15 feet. So, if you were to cast it... If you use the rest of your movement to make an acrobatics check to get up onto this table, acrobatics or climb, whichever one is best for you, to get up onto the table. You can cast Burning Hands and catch all 3 goblins that are at the far end of the work table with Burning Hands.
The far right one too, wouldn't it?
It depends on how she's casting it, because casting it from the middle of the table, it would be either 1 and then 1, 2, 3, or she could cast it from here 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you make the acrobatics check to get up onto the table, you can make 1 that'll get you 3 goblins.
I'll do it. I'll do the acrobatics check.
Give me a roll. Acrobatics or climb, whichever's better.
Acrobatics. 8.
8 is not good enough.
Ah.
You go to try and get up on the table, you almost go to jump, but there's broken glass all over the floor, and there's like a person who's actually under the table who's dead long since, but you can see their face as you go to try and jump up, and it kind of startles you, and you don't make it up onto the table, but you also don't fall horribly either. So you're not able to get quite up onto the table yet, but if you want to use your second standard to either try again or reposition somewhere else, you can do that.
Let's just try again. You know what? I'm gonna send it.
So your standard action is going to be to attempt to do it again. Give me another roll.
12.
12 is good enough. You make it up onto the table, you'll be able to cast your spell starting next turn. If anything, they might actually be able to set you up with a better vantage point to do your Burning Hands with.
Okay.
So, goes to the next in the initiative, which is going to be Victor.
5 foot step up.
Yeet.
Punch.
It's a pretty hard corner, but you're doing your kind of like bobbing and weaving, which I kind of associate to be part of your movement with the 5 foot step. That as you move closer, that's part of the 5 feet. So give me a roll with your outslug style.
Well,
Not a 4. Not a 4.
Sorry, I'm just checking. 15.
15
to hit.
15 will miss. As you go to sweep at the thing with your prosthetic limb, it ducks underneath your hand and laughs at you. Hey! Break the glass! Chew the flesh!
No!
Put you in an exquisite dish. One of them will start chanting that in the background, just like going off of it and trying to like build on the song. That's all they do is sing and like do crazy stuff like this. They'll break some stuff.
Kill things, you know.
Yeah.
The huge.
The huge, baby. The huge. So, that was your turn, Victor, I believe. So it'll go to Victor. Or Tor, sorry.
So, I'm going to say this right now. I have a +2 bonus for killing something last turn.
Absolutely you do.
Cruelty.
Don't forget to add it.
Yeah. This goblin in front of me.
Yeah.
A balled up chain is going right into his face hole. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20? That'll hit. Give me a roll damage.
9 points of damage.
9 points. First one goes down, boom! You club it across the head with the length of your chain. The barbs are sticking into your hand, but it's in a familiar spot that you love so much. You take a step forward like an almost like a revenant as you come up, and you bring the hand up like the judgment itself, your chain glowing with a brilliant red energy, this vicious-looking, almost lightning crackling off of it as your own sense of lawful intention comes down and brains this son of a bitch.
I would like to, if possible, if he's dead, I'd like to brain him into the furnace.
You bring the chain down and you effectively do almost a backhand and smack him across the face to the point where he spins, his head flies off, and both the head and the body end up in the furnace.
There we go.
And then I will 5 foot step up.
Yeah, you will.
And I am staring at them.
Yeah, it's like you're not breaking eye contact either. You're just making your way forward. You're like a reaper.
Every single one that is in front of me is getting a death glare, and the grimace is getting wider and wider as he goes.
With every kill.
With every single kill. And for you guys haven't seen this before. But if the other group that like Tor used to be a part of from the Serpent Skull campaign, they've definitely seen this before. He might decide to bite out a throat soon.
Oh no!
God.
Goblin flesh too? Like, you couldn't have picked a better thing? At least before it was dinosaur meat.
Yeah.
Psychopath. Okay. So.
It's Tor!
It's Tor's turn over. It goes to the end of the initiative with Snongle.
Oh, what's up? I want to pinch this bitch.
Ladies on a table. They're having a party. Let's go. Pinch them.
Yeah, I'm just gonna. Here we go. Let's roll. That's not great.
You meant to have the pincher open to go and pinch at them, but the pincher was already open when you went to go do the thing and it closed. And you kind of like almost go to like nose boop him and then realize that you don't have the thing you want. And that's where your attack fails.
Dang.
You still have a move action if you want to use it.
Slide left. Yeah, I'm gonna actually slide to the left and like kind of like. Oh wait, no, because I guess it's
you
on
could
a
slide
diagonal.
up and attempt to flank with Victor.
Oh well, then yeah, I'll do that then.
5 foot.
I was just trying to avoid danger, but that works better.
Oh, you're a rogue. Danger's your middle name.
You're right.
Ninja!
Snoggle doesn't have a last name, but that's about it.
I also like to live
Snongle
dangerously.
Okay. Just double checking on some morale stuff here.
I'm getting more morale.
Oh,
God.
absolutely. You're wrecking shop right now. 1 second. That was... Oh.
That man's on fire now.
That man's
Head
just
gone
burning.
That man on fire, head clean off, you know.
Sorry, hold on. I have to yell at my cat.
Scremarino? Don't scram at your gato. Come on now. I thought you were a meme lord just like me.
She's clawing the carpet. I have to kill her now.
Or you could just trim her nail. Rose, please.
I did. Well, she rips her own nails out because she has anxiety. So now I have to.
Oh, it's an anxiety kitty.
Yeah, she has. I have
Aw.
to take her into the vet and get her on pills, but they don't make anxiety meds for cats, so I have to put her on human anxiety meds that are a lower dosage. Anyway, sorry.
Wow.
Next thing you know, your cat's gonna be into millennial humor of just like that weird like neo-dadaism garbage of like ninth tier
Dude.
memes.
I relate to this cat way too much.
No.
She's gonna be on better meds than I am.
Oh God. Can we get some F's in the chat for Rose, please? So goes to the top of the round with the goblins. This one, you're a much scarier thing. It's gonna try and attack you, Victor.
Ah!
It'll miss horribly. Swipes at you, but you're up. You're ready to go. You've got you're prepared.
I'm dancing.
You're dancing. I'm dancing. Wombo combo.
He's dancing like he's never danced before.
He's not going to move. He made a full attack action. This one is now up. He's going to take a shift here. And he's going to take a swing at Astrid. This one is also going to move, though, and go boom. And this one's going to come. Actually, he's at this point of the table, so we go 1. Okay, yeah, he'll go here.
Do I get to attack him?
He's technically moving. He's
Yeah,
not doing a full move. He's doing a 5-foot step.
Yeah.
So that's his whole movement, is just taking that shift to avoid getting hurt by you.
I wouldn't want to get hurt by me either.
Oh, this one couldn't have moved because he fell prone. He'll spend 1 move to get up, and then he'll move there. Just to make sure that we're all on the same page here. This one is going to try and daringly do the thing. This one's going to try and come and help his buddy out. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And he'll squeak in there because he's small.
Yep.
So, Brevin, there's 2 on you.
Yeah.
So, we're going to roll them both. First goblin is going to miss. Second goblin is also going to miss. They come sweeping at you with knives.
I just, like one swoop, just bat them out with my chained up hand.
Okay. Astrid, you're getting attacked. No, they wouldn't have seen that because they were too busy causing destruction. Snongle's the one who has the visible weapon. You're the one carrying a staff and is a weirdo. You seem like less of a threat. Snongle's going to get attacked once, and Astrid's going to attack once. So first one for Snongle.
Ah, man.
It'll miss.
Escalators.
Second one.
Yes.
Astrid, what's your armor class?
11.
11. It will just hit you.
Oh.
Oh no.
You're going to take 2 points of damage as the knife meets flesh. Your,
All right.
your pale
Damn
skin is effectively like not drenched in blood, but there's a fine sheet that comes over your leg as it tries to like stab at you. It's trying to immobilize you. I already rolled both of yours, Tor, right? Didn't I?
Yep. They
Yep.
both missed.
And I already rolled for the one against Victor, didn't I? Because
Yep.
you're dodging and weaving. So it's going to go to the next initiative. Victor, show him how it's done.
Bum.
I lied.
Ah!
I lied. Actually, it's Astrid's turn. Astrid's at the top of the initiative.
Oh, bully.
Rude.
I need to
Hey,
be.
they gave you the 3 of them are still in that cone.
They are, but they're also now I have 4 of them in radius for sleep.
This is also true.
So I think I'm just gonna knock down 4 of them and put them all to sleep.
Okay. You can definitely give me an attempt at that.
D20?
It'll be so your sleep. It's an attempt, but the main thing is that. Sorry, I'm just trying to find sleep as a spell here. Where did it go on your spell list? There it is.
Very bottom.
Yeah, so you don't have to do a thing. However, you do have to get at least. They have to fail a will saving throw. So if they pass it, they don't go to sleep. However, you're saying only 4. This is within 100 feet. It'll be 110 feet
Whoa.
is the
I thought it
range.
was only
It's up to 4 hit dice of creatures. A goblin, and this is some nonsense stuff, is 1/3 of a CR.
Oh.
Which means
So,
that you can do that to be 3 times 4. You can do that up to 12 goblins.
Oh.
So I could put this whole room to sleep.
Potentially, yeah. With exception to your party members.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna go for the sand on it.
Okay, I just got to double check what the stat is on this that I need to know. Excellent. I love goblins. They're so good. So the first one. I'm going to start from the closest to the left of the room to the right. So first of all, the one that was attacking Victor will fail. The one that attacked Snongle will fail. The one that is behind the one that attacked Snongle will also fail. The one that just attacked you, Astrid, will fail. The first one attacking Tor will fail. And the last one attacking Tor will also fail.
Oh my god.
Good night.
And they are all asleep.
God, I wish that were me.
Yeah. Alright, take your shots while you can, boys. Let's go.
You have a minute, so
Tor throws the 2 that are closest to him in the furnace, and then if the others aren't willing to do it, he will walk over to the other goblins, and he's going to wrap the chain around their necks and step on them and pull the chain up. So it like does that because there's spikes on the outside. It is just twisting through.
is anybody going to help him with this?
I'll chuck one over, you know?
That's fair. Okay. Is anybody else going to assist?
Snongle will watch. She has an appreciation for the chaos.
And with that, all of the goblins in the glassworks are dealt with. You still have a number of corpses in here, as well as the late launch Gakaijitsu, but there's also the only sound left now. Obviously, there's like some like glass still like falling a little bit, like maybe a shard was on an edge or something, and something got bumped. So there's like the occasional shatter, but the only sound now is your own breathing and the furnace, which is roaring in your ears. We're effectively out of combat, and you guys are effectively now level 2.
Yeah!
Should we switch over to those character sheets?
I'd recommend it.
Excellent.
Are they in the drive?
They should be, yes, under level 2.
Whew.
So, we're taking a brief second. We're going to wrap up the combat here. And then we're going to continue the exploration of the glassworks, I think. So once everybody has their fresh character sheet for level 2 up,
Yep.
we can get it going.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Okay. Tor will walk up to. What is his last name? Lord Kaijutsu?
Lord Kaijitsu.
Ah, I got it right. He's going to check if there are any blade marks upon his body that are not visibly the goblin's weapons. Looking for a more less crude weapon.
Let me just double check if there's an actual description of that. So.
Okay. Tor will also, while he's doing this, say, one of us should go get 2 guards. Some of us should get some actual people that are supposed to take care of crimes.
Snongle will
like,
volunteer.
The last time that I tried to do this, I got detained, so...
Brutal.
Yeah.
Victor suggests we just keep going. Like, we don't want to keep, like, Amiko's here. We want to help Amiko.
Well, let's get Amiko
True.
first, and then we go get the guards.
Yeah.
Okay,
We'll
I'm
steer-
gonna look over this body.
Okay, so you guys are in the glassworks. You have a couple of doors here. Obviously, you don't want to go into the doors that lead directly into the furnace.
Into a furnace, yeah.
But there's another set of double doors at the far end of the glassworking room. There's also the doors you came back in through, and you, Snongle and Victor, you'll remember there's another door that leads into different parts of the glassworks as well.
I say we finish up this end of the building and go check those double doors out.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'll check out this body a little bit later.
Okay. So.
And then he quite crudely makes a comment, he's obviously not going anywhere.
Rim shot on that one. Fuck the
Right.
lunch of Kukai.
Absolutely right.
It gets mad.
Tor will take exact front on that door.
Taking point. Okay.
If anyone objects, though, he will not.
So,
You're good.
Tor, you crack
checking
open
if
the
it's
doors. It is not locked.
Cool.
It opens up into a back room. Appears there's another set of doors that lead outside. This looks like it might be almost a... 1 second. Yes. Sorry, I accidentally deleted it instead of hiding it. All right, this is a loading room. There's a wheelbarrow that's sitting on the wall here, and there's shelves on the walls, and they contain all kinds of additional reagents for glass blowing to make different colors. Like you guys will recognize things being labeled as manganese for clear glass, cobalt for blue, tin for white, etc. The untreated glass obviously comes out green. For anyone that didn't know, you've learned something new today. Glass is traditionally green, which is why you see old bottles are usually green because they didn't want to treat them or didn't know how to at that point. So, there is a...
That's a fun fact, Luke. I didn't know that.
Yeah, neither did I, until I studied up on this chapter. It's kind of neat. I learned it a long time ago, but I'd forgotten about it. I worked for selling alcohol, so it was part of the history. You guys can see that there is a safe here in the room. It's sitting on the floor, but it is... The door of it's hanging open, and it sits empty.
Okay, so...
There's another doorway to your left as well. Just around a little bit of a quarter.
Tor will go towards that door. And then he'll open it.
Okay, so you'll come up over to this door.
Yeah.
You open it up, and there's a set of stairs that lead downstairs.
Ah, shit. There's more places.
Yeah.
What's behind me? What's behind me?
Behind you? There is also another door here, I should have mentioned.
Cool. He will walk up to that door, usher the people forward. He'll check out what's in there.
So in here, it's the primary reagents for glass making. It's the sand, soda ash, lime. This is where they get prepared before they come into the furnace. There's another door here as well.
Tor will walk through that door and bringing everybody forward with him.
I'm assuming that everyone is on Tor at this point, so we're just going to move him around to keep track of that.
I'm gonna stay by the basement door actually.
Okay, so you're sitting over here. Okay, so there are 3 doors in this room, aside from a set of double doors that you can assume lead to the hallway that's the long hallway, based on where you came in.
With how I'm looking at it, he goes to the one to the right. Not down and to the right, just that one, yeah.
Yeah, stage right. So, you open this up. It looks like it's a reception area, almost. There's another door that leads what you would assume outside. It seems that there's a couple of chairs here, as well as other accoutrements that you would assume would be there for customers seeking custom jobs for glasswork. Either people looking to make business related things, or exporting glass, that kind of stuff. Like arranging a meeting for business.
It sure is Glassworks.
Yeah,
that is another door that's back there. Right?
There's another door immediately to your left as you look in the door, behind the desk for the reception. Inside of the room, immediately to the right of the door you're coming into, there's another door that leads back into the glassworks.
Tor would open up the one that's behind the desk first.
This one it's literally files. It's
cool.
Cabinets and stuff that have a bunch of files in them. It's really not
cool.
super exciting. You make your way down to this one, I take it.
Yep.
So we're gonna take that. So this one is an office. It's just a small office. Nothing too crazy. I believe that there's another door here. Yeah.
Cool.
So
we'll go through that.
Yep. It's a small doorway that leads into. It almost looks like it's the other door from the other side. That it's just kind of like another section. There's also another. Cool. You come back through it, and there's another door to your left.
Yeah, goes through. He's doing this just systematically, just going through, sweeping through.
Making sure there's no nasty surprises. That's really what's the important part here.
Because it's the worst thing ever when you go down into a dungeon and find out that there's something that's been following you.
Oh, absolutely. I hate it. I just need to look at what the number was. This is a meeting room. It looks like there's just like a couple of chairs thrown around. Any kind of discussions that need to happen about large projects or scheduling. This is where the talks get done. There's another door on the far wall here. So you come up.
Will go through.
Yeah, you will. And this is that one. Cool. So as you come in, this looks like more of a break room. Or a recreational room, and also part dining room. It looks like this is where the staff is used to relax, eat, play cards. There's a deck of cards that are just kind of abandoned here. But the abandoned cards, as well as all the other stuff, is kind of torn apart. There's playing cards everywhere. There are plates that have just been shattered against the wall. The whole place looks like a tornado flew through here, which you can assume might have something to do with your sleeping friends that have decided that the fishes were the best sleeping partner.
Yep.
So, this is where the staff was and will no longer be, because things are terrible. There's a door as you come in. There's a small hallway. This one up here.
He's going that one.
Yeah, this one is something of a washroom. There are wash tubs for bathing and laundry and stuff like that, and the room adjacent to it is a toilet.
Okay.
Place
then
for you to
down.
Go to the bathroom. There are 2 doors here.
Yep. Uppermost.
Okay, so looking to your left, you'll open up the door, and it will reveal a pantry, and another door across. The pantry's been torn apart. You can see that there is pickle juice all over the floor. It is spread everywhere. It's all over the place.
Did someone get shoved into a pickle barrel?
The pickle barrel looks like it's been destroyed as well. You can see kind of like PICK, and then maybe like the fraction of the L as part of like a broken piece of wood from the barrel.
Okay. So someone did not get shoved inside of a pickle barrel.
No.
All right. Yep, that door.
This door is the storeroom. It's part of the pantry. This is the larder. This one is also... there are several mounds of firewood and it's specifically for the kitchen stove.
Cool. Then down.
Down.
It's time. It's time.
Head down.
And there's the kitchen.
And there's the kitchen. It's literally the kitchen, though. It's a it's where the stuff's prepared to make the food. This place is also torn apart. Goblins absolutely shredded this place trying to find food because they're ravenous little monsters.
Ravenous little monster child.
Yeah, there isn't really anything to find here. You can find a broken dog slicer near the northernmost corner. Obviously, there was a goblin that ruined theirs trying to get at some food. Maybe that's why they were using tongs and broken glass. As you're coming back through, there's 2 more doors here. We'll start We'll start with the one on your left-hand side.
Yep.
This is just a simple servants' quarters. It's where the laborers live on site. Like, everyone lived in the glassworks. So nobody really suspected anything when the smoke was billowing. It was going kind of nutty. So when it comes to this, like, there wasn't really anything else. And there's no evidence that anybody was actually here or caused any disturbances. This one here is a hallway. We've got 2 rooms here. Poking your head in, you can see that one is another storeroom where they keep things like linens and stuff like that, as well as some other things. And then in this one here, which is a cleaning closet, it has a bunch of reagents in it.
Cool.
So it's basic stuff. It's bleach. It's whatever else you need. Moving further down, you can find another room here, and this one is a display. It's not a display room. It's a storeroom. So you can find a couple of like untouched glass pieces here that are all fairly well put together pieces of art. They're very nice looking, and you can see that they're probably going to not find their way to their rightful owners anytime soon.
Yep. Tor will immediately just head right back to Victor.
Yeah.
And then he also takes chairs and blocks off the exits to the outside.
Okay.
All but the closest one to the stairs.
Okay, so you're going to leave one set of doors unbarred.
Yep.
And that's going to be
that one.
The bad boys that are leading directly into the room that has the door to lead downstairs.
Yep.
Okay. So those doors. Are you going to ask Snongle for some help on this one?
Yes.
Snongle, disable device at +5.
Oh, snap. So +5 in addition to what I already have?
Yes, because you have the appropriate tools, you have the time, and you also have chairs available that are fairly sturdy.
What's 14 plus 13?
14 plus 13
27.
would be 27.
Oh, snap. 27.
Quick math.
27? Brevin, all the doors that you want locked, actually, you decide that instead of locking all the doors, you're just going to bar the ones that actually lead out of this room that you guys are in right now. It saves you guys some time.
Yeah.
And it makes it so that this room specifically, if there's anything downstairs, it's not coming out without your guys' know-how.
Yep.
So you guys have secured your things there, and we're going to move to
the basement.
The basement.
Oh my god. We fell through.
I'm also casting light upon Victor.
Okay. So Victor, your arm glows with a sickly red energy. As Tor brushes past you, he almost like does that creepy Grinch finger scrape across your arm. And
I'm the Grinch.
The Grinch.
Does it make it deal more damage?
No, it just makes it so you can see in the dark.
Yeah, I know.
Tor as well, so it's going to help both of you. Astrid and Snongle taking up the rear. So, Tor comes down the stairs, and you're met with 2 corridors. One leading to your immediate left, the other one straight ahead and banks off to the left as well.
Tor is going straight.
Straight? Okay, you look down this way. You can see that there is some like makeshift like seats. There's some things here. This looks like this is a place where storage is done. So there's some like barrels here. There's a crate or 2. Nothing too crazy.
Okay.
Victor's gonna go the other way.
Okay. So, Victor, you take a look down this way, and you don't have knowledge engineering, but it does seem like something was torn apart here. Not like a person or anything like that, but it seems like there's a lot of excess bricks laying around and rubble. It seems like there was a wall that was put up here that got torn down.
Wall put up here that got torn down. Damn, secret passage.
Secret tunnel.
It does seem that way a little bit.
Secret tunnel.
All right, I'm gonna follow it down. Was that another pile down there? Oh, what's that?
That's more bricked off wall. It looks like there's another instance of wall that got bricked up. It seems like they were trying to keep the doors that are on your immediate left, there are 2 of them, a secret from the world.
I'm gonna circle around and meet up with Tor on the other side.
Okay, so you bring yourself down. Richard.
Tor will move towards the light that he now sees down that tunnel.
Give me 1 sec. Just double check
There's
thing.
source of light left.
Yeah, exactly.
All the while Astrid's making her way down too. She's gonna go the way Richard went. She's kind of just following behind.
Okay, so she's gonna follow Victor, and Snongle's gonna go with Tor.
Yeah.
All right. So, excellent. Just got to double check stats on that one too.
Unknown.
Unknown.
Oh hell yeah. Okay. Yeah. Cool. So that's gonna be ready. Cool. So that makes sense. All right. So actually, I can do this. So you guys meet up back around here, around the corner. What do you want to say to each other?
Yo, there's a bunch of doors over here.
We should check them out then.
One by one.
Yep.
I'm gonna lead the way and creak the first door open. Oh God, Tor's portrait, he's dancing.
I feel like the day Tor dances is the day that everyone goes like just mad because of how creepy it looks.
It's the day Asmodean breaks a deal.
Do you remember in SpongeBob the doo 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 doo? It'll be like that creepy.
Oh God.
Yes.
Nightmarish. Okay.
Horrible.
So, you guys come up, and which door do you want to open the first door first, I'm assuming?
Yep.
Boom. This
Got the
room.
light on. Right, I've got the light arm, so.
So this room is just storage. It holds glassware, and it's got windows and other finished glass goods. It's another storage, similar to the one you saw upstairs, Tor, with the 2 ladies as you guys toured through the glassworks.
Nothing really in there, I suppose.
Nothing really too special. I'm gonna need everyone to give me perception rolls.
Oh, I rolled twice.
We'll take the first one.
Okay, so what is that? 10? 10 for me.
10. Okay.
16.
I have a 19.
I have 20.
Wild.
Also, am I listening for a giant?
You're not listening for a giant.
I was just looking at my giant slayer thing. +1 trait bonus versus giant subtype creatures on perception. I can hear when giants are around.
Okay.
Can you hear giant egos as well?
Anyone that beat 15.
Out.
Yeah.
You'll hear a door close around this corner.
Oh, I don't like that. Okay.
I sprint.
Yeah.
Full on sprint.
Okay.
Towards that noise.
So, Richard, as you're rounding the corner, let me just get a thing here ready.
Tor will begin sprinting as soon as that man does, because he's
now.
his source of light.
So, Richard, as you come around the corner, hearing the door slam, I need your flat-footed armor class.
I'm also gonna scream at Tor to go the other way.
He will go that way then.
My armor class Oh, if I'm
Flat-footed.
aware. Flat-footed?
Oh, for sure.
Okay. 16.
16.
Yes.
That will be not enough to hit. As you come around the corner, you hesitate for a split second as you see the arrow coming flying at you that was prepared as you rounded the corner. There's a man there, obviously elf marked, and he's standing with a short bow that looks like it's made out of very sturdy wood, and he's already readying another arrow as he brings it up to fire it at you.
So Tor would have listened to Victor and would have been going the other way.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that's where we're going to roll initiative. Actually, do we roll initiative, or do we save it for next week?
I've got nothing to do tonight.
I think that answers that for me, but I think everyone else wants to eat, don't they?
Yeah, I would like
Well,
to have dinner.
Okay.
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 We're
Let's save
going
it.
to tackle the climactic battle with Pseudo next week. Guys, thanks everyone for coming in to watch. It means the world to us. We're gonna next. Obviously, we've got our level ups that have been done, and we're ready to go with those. And next Monday, we're gonna beat the tar out of Pseudo and hopefully get Amico back.
Yeah.
All right. I don't know if you guys have anything else you want to say to our lovely fans, but
You guys are amazing. Thank you guys for coming out. I hope you guys stay kind to one another because the world's getting pretty crazy. So
it's very true. Very true.
that's
So-
from me.
Well, I've been Luke Notman.
I've been Brevin.
I'm Jess. I'll see you guys later.
I'm Rose. Oh, sorry.
Oh,
go
see,
on.
that's why
Sorry.
we go
It's
down.
so embarrassing. Oh my goodness. Go on. Go on.
You want me to put that? You
You want rock, paper, scissors for it?
Yes. I hope
Okay.
we could both roll a d20 and I choose odds. You choose evens?
All right.
Make
sounds
sure you
good.
change your names in it so that we don't keep track of it in a weird way. Just put Rose and Richard for the names.
Okay.
Whoever rolls higher. That's it.
All right. 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh,
Okay.
Richard gets the first. Richard, take it
Thought
away,
your
bud.
colon 3 was gonna serve you well. All right, Richard, sign off.
Bye. How was Richard? Bye-bye.
And Rose.
Thank you.
I'm Rose.
All right, guys. Tune in next week. We got some more exciting stuff as we explore what this secret bricked off tunnel. But until then, have yourselves a wonderful rest of your week.
Bye-bye.